all. Welcome back to the Invictus Team.
Yeah.
My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my elaborate friend Alex.
That's right, I am rather elaborate, and sometimes I tend to go on and on about situations when especially they can use that extra.
My Spanish friend Chris.
Buenos días, muchas gracias. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
My jogging friend Justin.
Sorry, Harlan. I'm jogging.
And my mutual friend Michael.
I agree.
He's my friend too.
He's also my friend.
And we are here with Deadlands Game 1, Part 10! Everyone hold up 10 fingers. Oh, Justin's wrong. We're close there. No.
Guys, we tried and we failed.
Thank you so much for being with us here on this Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end, my friends. The only end. Terrible Jim Morrison song. I am excited to be here. Yeah, because it is the end of Deadlands. I'm not excited because it's the end of Deadlands. I'm excited because it's Wednesday night. I'm here with my best buds and you guys, and we are going to have a blast. Tonight is jam-packed full of entertainment. We got part 10 of Deadlands. We got a super special announcement about the upcoming stuff going on. We got the post-game discussion. Then we got a little bit of a hint into the next campaign we're running, which you guys should know by now. But Justin's going to talk a little bit about Dragon Age 2 and all the fun we're going to be having. If you have questions, you go ahead and get over to the Facebook group right now, and under the events tab, you're going to see the events. Ask all your questions on the event that's labeled Game 1 Part 10, and there should be an appropriate spot under that to put your question. Because when the game is done, we're going to be answering all of those questions, as well as the mysterious question we've all been wondering: what is up with Michael's cough? Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. We're going to find out tonight at 11. Not really 11, more like 9:30. So, of course, as I said, this is Deadlands Game 1 Part 10, the finale. I'm a bit sad. What about you, Justin? Are you sad?
Yeah, but not from the game.
Why? Well, what are you sad about, buddy? No, it's okay. You can tell them.
I'm sad because I'm on my own. I'm on my own.
You're not anymore because Alex, didn't we tell you? You've won Alex.
That's right.
What? He's mine?
He's all yours.
All mine?
You can take him. You don't even have to feed him. He is 100% yours for the rest of the time.
And I don't need a leash.
And you don't need a leash. Lacey doesn't need no leash. This is, of course, an 18-plus show, so if you don't like no-no words like poop, poop, peep, and fuck, then please don't watch this video because it's a very no-no video. We don't like to censor ourselves, and we feel like you shouldn't be censored without, anything. I got nothing. So this is an 18-plus show. If you're on YouTube, you go ahead and you close that YouTube video. But before you do, you make sure to like the video and subscribe. It is so important for you people to subscribe because we are this close to 2,000 members, subscribers on YouTube. And that's a really, really cool milestone from where we came from. Yeah, that close. And I don't know if you'll believe this, but when we started out, we had 0 subscribers. And now we're at almost 2,000.
I think we had 5 when we started out.
Oh, maybe that's right. Yeah, actually, you're right. We started at 5 and then we went to the top. So anyway, we're so close. So if you want to subscribe or haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Or at gunpoint, get your girlfriend to subscribe or your boyfriend. We don't care either way. Pop. YouTube. If you're on Twitter, please follow us on Twitter. We are at Invictus Stream. We love tweeting nonsense, a lot of nonsense. So if you like that for whatever reason, go ahead and follow us. Most importantly, however, is joining the Facebook group and liking the Facebook page. We have a lot of you who haven't liked the Facebook page. Go ahead and like the page. And we have a lot of you that haven't joined the group. Go ahead and join the group. They're 2 separate things. The group is where we talk and we hang out. if you're not the kind of person to want to carry a conversation or really contribute, don't worry about it. You can still join and read all the fun behind the scenes conversations we're having. There's no pressure. If you're the kind of person that loves to take the lead and talk and carry conversation, then join, because that's exactly what it's there for. And the page is something that we like to put really important updates on and stuff like that. So go ahead and like the page, because every like that we get from Facebook, Buddy Jax gets an extra cigarette, and we all know how much he loves those.
And I think the real point here is that if you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, I think you got to take a good look in the mirror and just be, ask yourself, what kind of monster am I?
What am I doing with my life
What?
that I'm not a part of this stream?
What the hell is wrong with you? Get your life sorted out and like the goddamn Facebook page.
That's all it takes.
Sorry, guys. Had to get real. Politics. That's right. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and like the Facebook page and join the group, because when you join the group, you contribute to the conversation, and you also put your hat in the running for the most valuable post. And what's the most valuable post, you might ask? Well, that's the post of the week that we distinguish, that we find is the most interesting, prompted the most conversation, maybe started just a little bit of fun. Sometimes we've awarded it to Photoshop pictures. Oh, it's always valuable because it is the most valuable. And this week, without any further ado, because last week was so terrible, these guys didn't give me a heads up on who they wanted to pick, I pre-chose the winner. And I am happy to announce that the winner of this week's most valuable post is... This week, without any... What is that? Who's playing me?
An echo.
Turn that off. I don't want to hear myself ever.
You turn
Also,
that
my
off.
drum roll
I don't want to
can't
hear
work.
myself ever.
I can't. The drum roll.
I'll get it.
Please do.
Almost there. I want to be the one.
I can't wait any longer. I'm sorry.
I'm doing it.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Rich Brown.
Someone ruined my moment.
Rich Brown is a new member to the group. You might have noticed he's posted already a few times. He actually had a post just before we got on asking if he's spamming the group. No, man, that's what the group's for. Post as much as you want. If someone doesn't want to read what you're writing, they'll scroll past it. There's no such thing as posting too much, because that's the fun of the group. Now, there is such a thing as posting off-topic nonsense, such as sunglass sales, in which case I will delete and block. But other than that, you're free to do whatever you want, as long as it's something to do with this, something to do with gaming, or something to do with geekiness, which we all pretty much are. If you are new to the group, like Rich was, don't be afraid. Go ahead and post your thoughts. I know we've had a few people that were watching my Divinity Original stream that joined. I think Mike was one of them. And he was talking about a game that he was running. Share your thoughts. We want to hear it. No one's going to judge. We're all pretty chill and laid back, minus Justin. Unless he's wearing his shades.
We love spam. Like, our entire bunker is filled with spam anyways. So
it's true. We grew up on Monty Python, so spam is second nature to us. But anyway, well done, Rich. You win MVP, and it was for your post about the commitments of players and expectations. A long post, let me tell you. I pasted that bad boy in a Word, and it was 4 freaking pages, but it was fantastic, and it was very interesting. And yeah. I also have the special announcement that Rich actually wrote up the synopsis of last game that we're going to read tonight. So awesome job, Rich! And we're going to get to that in a second, but there's still lots more to do. As I mentioned, we have a really special announcement that's coming just in a second. I do want to do a very happy birthday to 2 very special people. Hold on. What was that?
Happy...
Are you going to sing? No, we tried this last time. It's 2. We're just going to say generic happy birthday. First off, to a newish member who joined in late August, Guy.
He doesn't look newish.
I'm not 100% how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. We all know we're terrible at this. But Guy, it was his birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to a longtime member, Mr. Han Ziegler.
Happy generic birthday message.
Happy generic birthday message.
Domo arigato, Mr. Ziegler.
Well done for doing whatever the fuck you did to get another year old. Good job not dying. That's what your reward is. Well done. Yeah. You were born. Well, awesome job, guys. We have to turn around these sound effects and stop right now. Happy birthday, guys. Awesome job. I do want to do a really special thank you to Mark and Victoria Lane for giving us these awesome Dragon Con die. You'll notice one is missing because I already took my red one out. This stuff like this is so cool, guys. I love the color coordination where we each have our own little color and our own little.
Does it fit in your nostril?
It does. Well, I did, but my wife had to pull it out because we went to the emergency. It does. It does.
Okay.
It's tight. Let's just say it's tight.
It fits too perfectly.
It's perfectly square nostrils, apparently. I do want to mention, of course, to watch for the mid-game post. About halfway through the game, we're going to post on the group about the mid-game post. Make sure you get your first 3 submissions and the 20th submission into the word of the day, whatever that's going to be. We'll probably do it actually at the end of the game, I think. Hey, no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the mid-game post. We're going to do the mid-game post at the beginning of the post-game discussion video. So make sure you come to the second video. That's going to be 2 videos. We're going to close this one off when the game is done, and we're going to jump to that video to answer your questions, to hang out a bit. It's going to be a lot more casual, and we're also going to talk about the announcement I'm just going to make, and we're going to talk about Dragon Age and all that kind of stuff. And all the questions you have for Chris and the fabulous campaign that he has detailed out is going to be really cool. So make sure you have your questions ready. Now, that's all the detailed stuff that I have. So what I want to do next is I want to make a really cool special announcement to this community about something we've been working on for a while now. So I'm going to take out my hat because this is going to get serious a little bit, I think. No, not serious, but for a long time, you guys have asked about T-shirts, merchandise, and things of this nature. Well, we are happy to announce that we are officially going to be opening sort of a little bit of a storefront. Now, I want to make 2 things super, super clear. First off, we're using a different provider than last time. Last time, we all bought a shirt, all of the main guys, and this was the logo. It was sort of the generic Invictus logo. The color was a bit faded, but I love this shirt. It is always going to be a good memory, and it's got that rolling natural one since 2015 and our YouTube logo on that. We've opted for a different provider, so the quality is a little bit better. As well as it allows a little bit more customization. And I'm going to show you the updated version of the shirt in just a second. But that's the first thing. The second thing I want to mention is with this storefront, the profits, the very minimal profits are going to us. I'm just being upfront with you guys. Well, I should say they're going to us, but they're the lowest tier possible. And I wanted to be straight with you guys because there's no benefit to us. So if you're thinking about buying a shirt or something because you want to support the stream financially, don't do it. If you want to buy a shirt because you want to wear like a T-shirt that has your Invictus logo on it, or you want a mouse pad or something like that, go for it. That's why I bought the shirt. That's why I bought some stickers and stuff like that. That's the reason to do it. But don't do it thinking that you're going to put some money in our pocket, because from this site you have a scroll wheel of how much to give yourself, and it's right down at the bottom, the lowest it can go. We can't take less than 5% on a sale or something like that, because it's like, what's the point you're doing this? So that's the lowest it is. So don't do it for that reason, but do it if you guys want to have a little bit of merch and stuff like that. So the site is Zazzle, and this is the new shirt. Now this is just the red one.
Should we do a drum roll?
You don't have to drum roll. No, this is the red one. So here's the back of it. It's got all the characters that the red guys played. As well as the new, much crisper logo that you'll recognize that we have under all of our things. There you go. Look at Chris's logo. See, we've updated the logos. Here's Justin's logo. Mike's not going to do. Oh, Mike's logo. Where's Alex? Alex.
Oh, sorry.
Alex got distracted. So those are the new logos. They're all going to be on the front of the shirts. They're a little bit smaller than those ones. They're a little nicer. They're going to be right about here, and they got the characters on the back all up into this campaign. So those are the brand new shirts that we're going to be offering in the store. Hey! There are also a couple cool things. Because Zazzle allows you to sort of put the logos on anything, there are a bunch of assets on our storefront. So you can take that logo and you can put it on a mouse pad, or you can put it on a mug, or a beer stein, or a clock, or whatever you want. Because I wanted to give you guys, and that was the whole point. Like I said, it's not for money. It's to get out sort of a way to say thank you, so you guys can have something to wear and share your pride, which I love. And do it that way. So there's a lot of different options. And the store officially is going to come live in 2 weeks. Why 2 weeks, you might ask? Well, because I have not forgotten about something really important. During the summer, we did something called the Summer Trials. And the Summer Trials were a series of really fun games that you guys all kind of got in on and bashed around, and you had it was a lot of fun to watch. Some memes were made. Some caption contests were created, some which I printed off and I kept because they were so funny. But we had 4 winners for the 4 games that we ran. We had Miss Victoria Lane, we had Aisha Lyle, we had Chris Lawrence, and we had Kenneth, which I can't pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to try. There's only one Kenneth, so it's you, Kenneth. Wyland? Is that what you said? Vyland?
Vyland, I think.
Vyland. So the V's and the W's always confuse me. So these 4 winners I have contacted already, and basically what we're going to do is a little contest. These 4 members of the stream are your captains. They are going to be tasked with a 2-week deadline to create a t-shirt for you guys, the stream. Any t-shirt, so long as it's Invictus sort of related. So the rules is, you know, if you have a quote from your favorite campaign, maybe a Penth shirt stained in red blood, or maybe a Lacy shirt with bullets in the chest, or maybe a niche, maybe an empty twin tower on the cover, or maybe Therek's little arms in green.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or whatever you want.
Why did my arms look like nipples there? What was that?
I don't know. But the point is, these 4 people are going to be tasked with creating a really interesting and fun shirt, at which point, after the 2 weeks, they're going to submit them to us. And live on stream, we're going to pick our favorites, sort of like a little sort of judging contest. And the winner is going to get a shit ton of XP. They are going to get, I know it's like XP is like, well, but they're going to get a shit ton of XP. Their t-shirt is going to be featured in our store to purchase. So anyone who's watching when the store lands, if that one won, you can buy that shirt if you really like it. As well as we are going to buy and ship the shirt to them, so they get a free shirt as well. Now, what can you guys do? Well, I've given each of the 4 leaders permission to ask any of you for help. Now, obviously, don't get offended, but that if you don't get asked, but you can also suggest ideas. Hey, Aisha, have you thought about doing this? Hey, Chris Lawrence, I know you like polo. Here's a polo shirt for your design. I don't know. If you guys want to help it, you can. They have free reign as to what they want to do and who they want to involve. But we're going to judge them live on the stream. We're going to share their images. If you guys, the team leaders, want to share your ideas early on and sort of do it that way, is a fantastic way as well. But the idea here is, what's that?
Live judgment.
Live judgment. Yeah, it's going to be a televised event. Not, well, YouTubeized event where we're going to harshly judge. I think I'm going to do the guy from American Idol, where well, now he's not an American Idol, but you know that. Yes. Have you ever made a shirt before? Do you know what color that is? And that kind of terrible nonsense. Not really,
Did
though.
someone tell you that you were good at designing shirts? Because if they did, they lied.
I want to be like the one who cares about the people and pretends to be the nice one.
I think that's a nice shirt.
You just need to go and practice a little and come back. It's okay, sweetie.
Practice on a few t-shirts first. But anyway, so that's the big contest, game of unofficial 5 of the summer trials. And when those games are done, which is going to be 2 weeks into our Dragon Age campaign, when we announce the winner, the store will go live. You guys can buy any shirts, mouse pads, whatever the hell you want with logos that you choose on them, as well as the winning shirt. And whoever wins that shirt is going to have it sent to them. So that is our little way of saying thank you to you guys. We love what you do. We love the creative elements that you kind of throw our way. And you guys have created memes and jokes and just funny quotes and comments and all that kind of fun stuff. So we wanted to kind of put it where, I guess, put your money where your mouth is, in the sense that if you make something really cool, we want you to be able to give it to other people as well. And that's why hosting it at the store will kind of be a viable option. So thank you guys for originally participating, and thank you for graciously taking the leadership positions and taking your hand at designing some of the shirts. I am so excited to see what these guys are going to come up with. I got to say, they already messaged me back, and one of them, I won't say who, said, hey, can I get headshots for each of you guys? I'm going to need like high quality headshots. So I don't know what's cooking. I am excited for it, and it's going to be a blast. So again, thank you guys, and awesome day. Now, that is it from me. This was the longest intro. I apologize, but I really wanted to mention that because I've been excited about it for a long time. The store is finally going to go live. The ye old Invictus shop, which is just the shop that I've called it. And without further ado, I'm going to throw it to Justin when he comes back because he had to go pee-pee real quick for the summary that Rich Brown wrote. And we're going to read that, and then we're going to jump right into the last game. And then after that game is done, we are going to jump into the post-game discussion where you can ask your questions for Chris, the players, the next campaign. You can ask about our personal lives.
We will answer about pretty much anything. Boxers, think brief. Do we hang to the left, to the right?
Is there anything you wouldn't answer? Is there anything you wouldn't answer?
I would give an answer to anything. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything? That's a good answer, ironically.
Is there anything you wouldn't answer honestly? Yes.
Yes.
But I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I think, the thing is, I think I would answer pretty much anything except something that was purposely meant to incite people. I think that would be the only thing. You know what I mean? Like if someone was like, what, like a loaded question, sort of like, what are your views
Who do you hate more?
Yeah.
You're trapped.
Anything that's purposely trying to sort of kind of be, a little bit dickish or whatever, I think that's the only thing I wouldn't answer. Anything else that's like, even if it's like obscene, but it's like a genuine question that has an answer that's not going to piss off.
Which of the other players that you play with do you like the least?
I can answer this right now.
Oh, no, I don't want to hear it. I'm not ready.
Well, he's not here, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna say me though.
No, my reaction would just be whoever's not here or not listening right now. Isn't that the most common answer? No. Where the hell did Justin?
Tasteful nudes says
he was like, he was disappointed he wasn't one of the 4 people who got to make a T-shirt. He was telling me all the good ideas he had.
Well, he can make it if he wants. He's gonna make it after all. And actually, you know what? While he's here, I will show you guys the ye old Invictus shop on my spare screen. So this is the shop that when it launches, you're going to see. And here are some of the products we're going to offer. Deadlands poker chips. We got an Invictus Stream mouse pad. Anything from any campaign that you guys have ideas for.
Did you say when it launches?
When it launches. So 2 weeks. Once at the close of the contest is when we're going to put this live.
Show them how they can put it on any, like, I like the fact that you can put it on any, like a sweater if you want to, or a polo shirt, or
and that's the thing, because last time we sort of limited it to what we were deciding. But if you took this logo and what, the website?
Yeah.
To it, but I'm not officially, put it this way. Here's my reasoning, and again, because it's you guys, I can be honest. The reason I'm not making a grand post about it is what I would hate is for you guys to go out and buy your shirts and then find that one of the people who win the contest we're having has a better shirt, and you go, oh, I wish I bought that one. Now, I want to make that clear. If anyone wants to go to the site right now and buy it, you very easily can. It's zazzle.ca/invictusstream.
That's kind of why I asked, because I pretty much spammed the Facebook page with about, you can't really go
links?
anywhere without finding a link to this.
That's fine. And honestly, it doesn't matter. But then I'll just leave it up to you guys. What I would do is I would wait till the contest is over to be able to make your decision. Because again, I mean, some of these guys could make a really, really cool T-shirt. And you might want that. If you want to go with the T-shirts that we have there anyway, if you already know you have your heart set on which one you want, go for it. There's no limit. I can say without a doubt that these shirts are much better quality than the ones we had before, sadly, because I really do love the original shirts. Oh, look, my boy's back.
He might be back. There he is.
Yeah,
what is he doing?
I have spicy poos. They always take me forever.
I have spicy poos too. What did you eat?
I didn't have one tonight. I'm just saying when I do have spicy poos,
I had hot peppers on my sandwich. I think that might have been it.
Oh.
Was there someone on the internet that you had to shank, Justin?
Yeah. It was my neighbor.
It wasn't
stealing your internet?
Yeah, they had uTorrent open, so. And
I tell them,
every Wednesday.
She might be 80, but that does not excuse.
Definitely not. No. I told her every Wednesday I play my game, so don't use uTorrent, Agnes.
Nana, stop watching Bones on fucking Netflix. I don't know if Bones is an old lady show. It just feels like it is. All right, Justin, are you ready?
No, hold on a second. You know, Bones has been around for like 11 seasons. Who's watching this?
An 80-year-old woman named Agnes, apparently.
On Justin's internet. Sorry, we can go back.
All right, well, without further ado, because we've delayed enough, let's throw it to Justin for the breakdown of the intro, or the synopsis that Rich Brown wrote. You have it, right?
I don't think I do, actually.
I sent it to you in chat.
Oh, in chat?
Justin James left the group. Justin James joined the group. You're going to have to resend that chat.
Yeah,
Okay, you know
but
what?
here, I'll,
It was on Facebook. I sent it to you, but I'm going to send it to you in this chat,
all right, sounds good.
and you can read it off, or you can hand it off to someone else if you feel like you don't.
Does anybody else feel like reading it?
No, we've waited for you. You better do it at this point.
Yeah, you better do it.
All
Too
right,
late.
all right, all right, all right.
All right, without further ado, hold on. Let's do a nice calm intro. Without further ado,
Last week. All right.
Deadlands, Game 1, Part 10, the finale.
Last week on Deadlands.
Fleeing from the hills of insanity after their confrontation with Specimen, and in an attempt to save the mortally wounded Buddy Jacks, our eccentric posse of deputies decided to pause in the shade of a large stone outcropping. Covered in ghastly burns and slowly draining of his life essence, it was clear that the old war hero simply would not survive prolonged exposure to the sun, which even now blazed overhead with relentless fury. As the intrepid band carefully sought to ease the wounds of their fallen companion, aided by the unusual powers of Louis Verville and his watery hands, the strangest among them, Lacy P. Adams, began to recount a tale of his past. Before their very eyes, the fragmented psyche of his mind was revealed in full. What followed was a story of love, cattle, and torture. In an effort to secure the hand of Sally Ann in holy matrimony, Lacy, along with his longtime friend William Sykes, a fast-talking, fast-shooting Englishman, and Two-Bit, a booze-swilling, tune-whistling rough rider with a deadly aim, decided to take on the job of running cattle along the dangerous Eastern Trail. Soon enough, the trio found themselves in the thick of it, captured by bandits and dragged to an unknown location. All around them, forms gibbered and rocked back and forth, gripped by some strange affliction of the mind. Suddenly, two men appeared, dressed in medical garb, and intent to take Lacy with them. Quick thinking and a bucket of human waste act as the trio's chance for freedom, a glimmer of hope as their would-be captors seemingly become overwhelmed. But all is lost, and out heroes are brought low. Bound to a surgical table by barbed wire that cuts savagely into flesh and muscle, the pungent aroma of chemicals in the stale air, Lacy lay helpless as his captors inject him with a syringe of unknown properties. This would be his life from now on. Ooh, there is more. This would be his life from now on. Oh, the world becomes brighter, painfully. And that's all the group chat says.
Does it?
Yeah.
It stops.
What a strange cliffhanger.
I'm sorry, and I closed the window. Oh, God. Sorry, Rick.
Well,
wrote such a great thing. Hold on.
And
World becomes brighter.
Like the retelling of the story, it's insane.
Musical interlude, anyone?
yes,
Nope, we got it.
Oh.
Do it.
I'm trying to learn a beatbox and play. I saw this guy
Do
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
I'll learn to do it. You'll see. That'll be
Go,
good.
keep going.
Beautiful. That was
All right, no, that's it. It's back. Go.
Oh. But all is lost, and out heroes are brought
No.
low.
No.
No, you're better than that. Keep going.
All right. The world becomes brighter, painfully so, as though to be cast out from absolute darkness to stare unblinkingly at the midday sun. His mind unbound, cast to strange worlds with unfamiliar faces, puzzles and riddles, all hinting at something more, each time ripping away a piece of his soul. A face, his own face, speaks to him. Hi, I'm Effort Bellwater. In this space between realities, Effort Bellwater tries to aid the broken man. Lacy, get back to Halton and find your girl. You can do it. You know you can. And just as suddenly, the man is gone. Back now in his own world, the half-crazed mind of Lacy P. Adams discovers a chance at freedom. A voice in the darkness echoes. I have worked on many specimens in the past, but you have definitely proven a worthy experiment. I have been able to harvest what I need from you to make the amulet. and I appreciate it. With that, the figure of an old man vanished into the gloom. As the sun sets, Carver and Lewis look into the eyes of their companion and see a spark, something that they had never noticed before. Ahead of them is Halton, their home, and just possibly the end to this living nightmare.
The party is faced with a choice. Buddy Jacks is still worse for wear, although he's going to pull through. He's worn and he's wounded. You are making your way back to Holton, and it's quiet. It's not the Holton that you first arrived to. It doesn't have the hustle and bustle of all the young men and all the people in the streets, as half of them have been away for some time now, overcome by these creatures who infected their bodies. Narrowly escaping with your lives, you made it back with Buddy Jacks, and now you're faced with a choice. Do you push on to find really the root of the evil? Do you save Buddy Jacks at this point? What do you do?
And I turn to Lewis, kind of realizing the sort of conundrum we're faced with and Buddy in the way he is. Are we riding at this point? Where are we actually? At Holton? In Holton?
You just pull to the west of Holton, just by the mine, and you get into the town there. And you're about probably a 5-minute ride to get to any of the main buildings that you know and become familiar with.
So I turn to Lewis and I say, shit, Lewis, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking, you remember what Buddy did to that kid that we shot back at the fire last week? You know, it feels like forever ago now. The horse thief, the kid that was bleeding out, suffering. Remember what he did?
Whoa, when he shot him?
And I'm trying to make sure Lacy doesn't overhear. Yeah. Buddy saw the guy was suffering and he put him out of his misery. And I look over to Buddy sort of with a worried look. I don't know. Some keeps rattling through my mind thinking that maybe Buddy's hoping we do the same for him.
How coherent am I at this point?
You're becoming in and out of consciousness, Buddy Jacks. I'll let you choose key moments if you want to come in and out of consciousness.
But not the one where I decide to kill you.
Just before you make eye contact.
I look over at Buddy and pat him on the back. Offer him a sip of my water. Buddy. Like some water?
And at this point,
Jesus Christ, Buddy.
As you guys are
down, and I pull my gun from the holster and I hand it to Lacy. You know what I do at this point, Lacy. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
There, buddy. Had I blow your brains out? Come on. I'm not that crazy. You're a team member here. We're the deputies.
My God, Lacy, this ain't the time to be belly aching. Get Louie or Carver over here.
And
Judy seems uneasy, especially with the amount of coughing and the blood splattering on her haunches, I guess, her side quarters. And Lacy, you're staying with her gun, and she sees Lacy with the gun near Buddy and kind of steps away a little bit.
And I pull the gun out and I put it to Buddy's head and I pull the hammer back.
Hold on, Lacy, maybe.
Hey guys, you're back. Thank God you're back. I hope you haven't tried the Castro. Me and Neil have been working. I said I would, Carver. Didn't I say I would?
Yeah, you did. You find a solution? Hold on, Lacy.
Halton runs up to you guys, and he looks exhausted. He's been awake for hours and hours, you can tell. The mud is sucking at his feet, and he slowly is walking towards you guys, dragging. Carver, don't use the Castrol. It'll kill him.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way.
Well, I reckon it's got to be a slow dosage. And he hands you a syringe and he says, we made this. We took, the specimen you guys brought us and we examined it and we found that this could work as an antidote. Now over some time, it'll kill it without drastically killing it. It'll take time, but it'll work.
So you telling me this is an antidote? Maybe we can stick somebody that got infected with a tick and they'd be all right?
Yeah, over time, Carver, that's right.
Now, when we were back at Specimen, we'd sent the other people, all of the miners that had been brainwashed. We sent them back, right? Or were they still there?
They were more or less not themselves. They seemed very almost catatonic. They weren't reacting to you at all. They weren't really moving. So a lot of them are still there.
Okay.
I mean, all of them, as you know, are still there, to tell you the truth. You were going to bring them back, but there were so many of them, and Buddy was more pressing than that issue.
All right. Holton, how many of these can you make?
We can reproduce them as the need arrives, Carver. Elam is busy making more now.
The need's going to arise, so see how many we can make. If we need to enlist the help of some of the lady folk in town here to get you making more, let's do it, because we need this as fast as possible.
What happened to Buddy?
He's got consumption.
No, he got hurt real bad. He's burnt all over.
I can smell the singed flesh from here. Perhaps you should take him to see Elam first.
Yeah, I don't know how much time we got. For some reason, I feel like something pressing. I guess there is nothing, but I guess we got time.
We'll need you back at Elam's. We'll be there any minute. If you can go check on those ladies, see if they'll help us out. That'd be much appreciated, Halter.
I'll go see if I can get some help for sure. And he runs off towards into town, away from you guys.
And I lean up to Carver and whisper, I don't know if we can put him out of his misery. I don't know if I can in good conscience. I know my grandma would have something to say about it.
Lewis, you have the smallest twinge on your temple. You just feel this slight little prick of the mind, and then it's gone.
No, I don't think we can. And I'll walk over to Buddy, and I kind of move the gun away that Lacy's still probably has at his temple.
Well, I hadn't had a chance, but I already uncocked it and stuck it in my belt.
Oh, I apologize, Lacy. And I turn to Lacy and say, I don't sometimes know what you're going to do next, so I have to assume the worst. No offense.
You look in pain, Carver.
I know. And I turn back to Buddy and I say, Buddy, you're going to die. You hear me?
Yeah, Carver.
You with me? You're going to die. But listen, you cannot die today. You're not going to die today, all right? We need you. I don't know what's coming for us in Holton, but whatever it was, that specimen that we found is only the beginning. And we're going to need every able-bodied man. And shit, Buddy, with your past, we need you on our side.
Not like this, you know.
Shit, you've been through worse. You going to quit on us now?
I was a younger man then, Carver. Maybe it's time I go see my mommy.
Buddy, like I said, you will die, and you'll die a glorious death. I promise you that. But it's not today. That soul that's in you, that soul that feels maybe a little too old right now, we're going to need that on the front lines with us. And I pull him up as I'm saying it.
And I get under his other arm.
Lacy, for this game, you have 2 white bennies and a blue benny. Carver, you got a blue and 2 whites.
Nice.
Lewis, you got a black and 2 whites. And Buddy Jacks, you got a red and 2 whites.
Said 2 white, 1 blue for me?
A blue and 2 whites, that's right.
I also have a blue from somebody else.
Okay.
But I forget who gave it to me. That should be part of the rule.
His normal bang,
who is it?
Bang, shoot him up. Oh, sorry, Will. Will's
Is it
doing
Will?
his bang bang shoot him up. First one to reply.
No, someone posted in the event. I'll have to find it. Someone posted in the event and said, I'll give XP to someone. And
I
then
believe
said,
Chris Lawrence did today. Chris Lawrence.
Was it?
Nobody else gets it. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I will be late as well. I will donate a blue chip, he said, and I said I'll take it. So thank you, Chris Lawrence. I'll take it.
I get it.
And you get the other one. All
I
right.
get the white one. I get it.
Lewis, the twinge hits your mind again, briefly, passing as if it's passing in the wind. A fast searing pain to your head, and then it's gone.
And
And he pauses.
And he pauses,
Reflect.
methodically thinking about what the future brings.
I imagine you guys are moving into town.
I am, but I do want to get Buddy. So with Lacy under his other arm and me lifting him up, I'm having my other arm actually around Buddy's back right now as we're leading him towards Elam. And I'm saying to him, Buddy, that story you told us, you fighting on the front lines. You know what it's like to give up. You know what it's like when the odds are against you. You know what it's like to work through the pain. You got to push through it now. I know you have it in you. I've seen it in you.
And the way that you say those words actually almost echo in your own mind, because as you're moving, it feels as if the ground is holding you, grabbing each of your footsteps. The mud is just sucking onto your feet, and it's not wanting you to go. More so, it's almost like hands are holding you down as you keep moving. Keep pulling Buddy as if pulling him to his grave.
You got to fight through it sometimes, Buddy, because you know what's on the other side is waiting for you is a hell of a lot worse than this life.
And as you keep moving, you're looking around Holton, and it's not the place you remember. These buildings look tired and menacing. Even the bee in the barrel, as you start walking past it, it looms upon you. I mean, it's this darkness, the shingled roof that is turning more gray, and it looks unwelcoming and unfriendly. And people, women in the upper doors are shutting their doors as they see you coming, and the rain begins.
And I kind of stop as I'm walking with Buddy. And I kind of drop his arm, suddenly realizing the world around us looks a lot darker than what I remember. And I turn to Lacy. Are you seeing this?
I see a lot of things, Carla. Buddy, you got to keep your mind. That's all you've got right now. You might be losing your body, but hold on. It can be fixed. It doesn't always have to be so glum.
Sometimes you just need to trust that whatever. And as I'm talking, I'm looking around. Is there anything coming at us?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Lou's still behind
you feel
me.
this. Something's present in the town. Something.
What does it sound like? Is it quiet now?
Yes. I mean, before you heard the bee roaches, before you heard people walking about, miners maybe drunk, it was boisterous and unsafe, but now it's quiet and eerie.
There's a dark shadow in this town right now. Something's not right. We need to get inside. And I very quickly pick Buddy up again and fight hard to get towards Elam's.
All right, Lacy. Give me my gun back.
Buddy, I need you to do a grit roll, or let's say I think a grit roll. Oh no, let's do a spirit roll.
And I'm gonna need you to light me a cigarette, son.
And with your spirit roll, you're going to get a +2 for the help coming from your fellow men.
And I think I'll use whatever the hell I can do, a red chip here.
Take it. And as he's doing that, I want to be looking around on the horizon for whatever might be coming. With Bluebell ready. Something's not right, Lacy. Something's not right here.
What do you expect?
This ain't no normal day. Look at that ground. Something's clinging us here.
As you're looking around, Carver, you notice that Lewis is not looking himself. He keeps grabbing at his temple. He looks like he's in pain, and him too. He's struggling with the mud as it's rolling down his ankles.
Lewis, snap out of it. What the hell's wrong with you? Something looks wrong. And I'm going to try to... Can I try to keep him focused?
Yeah, you can try. Yep.
All right. What can that work on? Spirit?
Charisma, if you have it.
Charisma.
After
+0 is charisma.
Okay,
After
so that's a
Harlan is
4
done.
-2.
I want to roll.
Hold on, though. But that's that charisma
After
base.
Right. Do you have any skills that would help?
I have spirit, which is charisma. Like I have persuasion, which is...
Spirit's your spirit in order to... Okay, you could be trying to show them that your spirit is high.
Okay.
To try to bolster him. I can justify that.
Sure.
But I'm going to give it a -2 because you have to like show your spirit so great that he can depend upon it, right? It's not his own spirit, right? It's not how it's really meant to be used.
All right. Well, we'll let Mike finish his roll.
Well, I did there. I got a 4 and a 3.
So he manages to pull himself over. Pain, the flesh is ripping and opening as he goes, and he reaches for his gun and he grabs it.
Thank you, Lacy. I got this, gentlemen. Where's my fucking hat?
And I turn to Lewis and I kind of put my hand on his shoulder and I shake him with a 7. I say, Lewis, snap out of it.
What's going on?
You just stay focused. You keep rubbing your temple, and I was calling you, and you weren't answering. You all right?
Yeah, I keep on having these pains. I don't know. It kind of feels like.
And it's gone stronger,
I was
Lewis.
in there with Specimen.
In fact, as you're walking into town, as you're passing certain buildings, it was almost unbearable, and then you almost blacked out, and now you're standing in front of Elam's place, and you're not sure at what point it had gotten as bad as it did, but now it's a little less than it was.
Lewis, whatever the case, Lacy, buddy aside, I need you with me on this.
Yeah, give me a minute. Let me figure this shit out.
All right. If you need me, you let me know. And I'll turn back to Buddy, and with Lacy, we'll both kick open the door to Elam's and try to get him inside.
Okay, you kick open the door, and Elam turns to you. Exhausted as Halton looked, he stands to you, and you can smell the herby atmosphere of his apothecary. He stands up to you as the glasses on the wall jingle, and he says, Carver, what is such a hurry you need to pass through my door like that? And he sees Buddy immediately, and he runs over. Get him on the table.
And I do. I throw him on the table.
And I holler at Elam, why is the town all up in a big kerfuffle? What's going on?
And he grabs this kind of a horn-looking thing, and he puts it on his ear. Shut up, Lacy. Shut up. And he puts it against Buddy's chest, and he says, Buddy, I need you to breathe. Lesser man be dead by now. And he runs over and he starts getting different things. He says, drink this. And he hands him the solution. It's pungent smelling as you bring it to your nose.
Oh man. Are you sure? I'm not sure. I'd rather die.
Drink it now or you won't drink again. As you drink it, Buddy, do a grit roll.
While he's rolling, I step outside the door. I'm outside the door with my hand on my gun.
And as you look around, you don't even think it's the same town. You like, is this Holton? Looking at this place, it just feels ominous and unwelcoming.
And I see Lacy come out, and I'm trying to sense whatever it was that made my pain come.
Okay, you roll for that. Buddy Jax, as soon as you bring it to your mouth, you're not able to consume it. And you vomit on the floor, and blood and bile hit the floor. And he says, I thought so. And Elam, with a strong arm, lays you onto the table, goes over to one of the syringes, and he pulls out this long syringe, and he plunges it into your chest.
Christ, Elam!
And he starts pulling on the syringe plunger, and blood, and at first a lot of blood, and then this fluid comes out. He's drowned in his own blood. He pulls it out of his chest, and he squirts it out, and does it again.
Jesus Christ, I can't fucking hell. Looks like you're killing him.
But Buddy, you all of a sudden, for the first time, you're able to breathe. And start feeling like yourself. And Elam feels, you can see that he looks a little bit calmer, but he still looks worried. And he goes, well, that's one thing. Look at these burns. And he goes over and he starts rummaging in his herbs and in his different apparatus. And you see things falling to the ground and shattering as he's rummaging quickly.
And as he's doing so, I kind of relax until I see Lacy standing at the door and the look on his face.
Lewis, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Lewis, what'd you roll for your trying to figure it out? He's gone again. Okay, go ahead.
Of course he did. Say, Lacy, what the hell are you looking at? And I walk over to Lacy and I stand at the front door as well, and I look at the town. And what does it look like again?
So there's it's gray. It's starting to spit rain, and the earth is muddy, and all the buildings look like they're pressing in on you,
I'd like to
almost scowling at you.
And Lacy wants to do a notice?
Yep.
I picked up notice as a skill. So does that mean I still have to roll a 4.
Yeah, but you don't have a -2, which is good.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, an explosion. So there's that. 2, 6, and a 5.
Lacy, between thunderclaps, at first you think it's another echoing of the thunder off the plains and the hard Utah desert. But what you hear instead, and you're sure of it this time, is the sound of a steam engine. But very distantly, very, very distantly.
Carver, there's a steam engine coming down.
What the hell are you talking about?
Way off. I know. I heard it.
And right then you hear the sound of the steam whistle, Carver, and it hits your ear at the same time. And you do hear it very faintly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It sounds like it's a few, maybe 50 miles off still, but you do recognize it, Carver.
Listen, I know this is not my mind, Carver.
Hold on.
Listen.
I hear it. You're right.
Good. Not my mind.
No, you're right. So what the hell? And I turn to Elam. Are there trains supposed to be coming into town this time?
And he's working away, and he's pushing things over, and he's getting bandages, and he's rubbing some sort of slimy solution on it. That should work, he thinks. He's very distracted, but it's like, no train should be coming not until Sunday when Father Barrow comes back, and Father Oakland.
Jesus Christ. So why the hell is your train coming in?
And he starts bandaging Buddy. I had no idea, Carver. I can't see I'm busy.
Yeah, I know. Did you not look outside the goddamn door, Elam? Is there a window by Elam?
Buddy, I've been working on that solution with Halton this whole time.
The town's going to shit.
Buddy, do a vigor roll, please. You get a +2 to your roll. So your vigor's a 6? 1d6?
Yes, sir.
All right. So with the bandages, whatever he's put on you, the pain subsides. You cannot feel it. It's numb. And you feel right as rain. But you can still tell that Elam's worried. And he's trying to push you down as you feel the strength come back into your body.
All right, Elam. You did a good job.
Buddy, you cannot get up, buddy. I know what I put on you there. It numbs some of it, but you are not okay.
You've done enough, Elam.
And
we got shit to do, man. We gotta move on.
And with that, I bang on the door and I open it at the same time. We got a train coming in. I say we ride out and meet it. It's not expected.
Why the hell we might ride out and meet the train, Lacy? I can't even imagine what.
Who's coming in on a train, Carver? Even Elam doesn't know what's going on.
As the train's getting closer, does my headache getting worse?
No, it doesn't. In fact, it's just it's a dull pain right now that's just constant.
Okay.
So what did you roll that for, Lewis?
Well, I guess it was I rolled spell casting, but I guess it would be like arcana knowledge.
Okay. Your memory, you think back to when you were with Specimen and the pain you were feeling, and this is the same pain. You're still feeling this psionic time. Something's communicating with that source that you connect with, and right now it is, it feels like you haven't had water for weeks. It's just painful. It's just so much pain.
It's coming in waves.
Yeah, and it seems it's stronger now than it was when you were by the mine, but weaker than you were when you blacked out on your way over.
Boys, whatever it is, whatever's happening, whatever's coming in on that train and hurting Lewis's head, something's coming for us. We need to be prepared. Look, Lacy, I understand the need to ride out to the train and greet whatever the hell's coming head on, but let's be smart about this. If something's coming for us, let's not make it easy. And I turn to Elam and I say, is there any place in this house so we can board up? Can we use this place as some sort of attack fortress?
Oh, and Elam, he looks exhausted. He says, "What are you talking about, Carver? why you want it. What gives you the impression there's something coming for you? You just
Elam, look, and I grab Elam softly. And I bring him to the door and I say, look outside. Look at what's coming.
And he almost seems like he doesn't notice a difference. Almost as if you're showing him the outside to Holton. He goes, Carver, it's raining.
I interrupt Carver. You want us just to board up like the rest of the town? I say we ride out and meet this, whatever it is coming in on the train. Coming in.
Lacey, hadn't you learned anything yet? Didn't you listen to Buddy's story? Didn't you listen to? Don't you remember how we took those bandits out of the train? We can't go gung ho into the fight. That's how we get killed. We got to be smarter.
I'm sick of waiting for shit to happen to me.
Lacey, it's the only thing that makes us different is to be smarter than them. They might outgun us, but we got our brains on our side. We need to be smart about this.
So the sound of the train echoes off of Halton, and it sounds now like it's only maybe 40 miles out.
Best of both worlds, fellas. That train's going to be coming in, and I agree that we should be ready for it, but I don't think that we should be holding up completely. What do you think about two of us meeting the train when it gets here?
At least hide near
whatever's on it. Hiding nearby. We can send a signal.
Lewis, two of us but if we go to the train and whatever's on that train gets off and starts laying lead into us, then those two people are going to be down before anything else.
We be discreet about it.
We're the deputies, Carver. When did you become such a coward?
Lacey, that's not helping.
Lacey, you need to shut the fuck up. I swear to Christ, I am so sick of your goddamn shit.
And I pulled my gun.
Mine's real.
You've been in situations like this before where you had to make a split-second decision. What would you do?
I say we see what's going on, but we don't have to go right up and face it, Lacey. Is anywhere here in town we can get a good observation from the roof?
What about
the highest building in town? We have the chapel, and then next to it is the Bee in the Barrel. Both of them are 2 stories. Chapel being the steeple.
We'd be able to see a lot from the bell tower.
A happy middle ground, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not riding out to meet whatever it is. And Lacey, so fucking help me. If you call me a coward one more time, I will lay you down.
Well, I ain't holding up in no dead town of ours like every other plebeian out here. We're the deputies.
The deputies.
No,
Lacey, the deputies of the goddamn town.
We'll not get ourselves killed.
Lacey, we're the deputies of the town. That means it is our protection. That is the only thing that we need to worry about. Riding off to some train for no purpose serves nothing other than to get us killed, depending on what's coming out.
Who's got a Winchester?
Who are you going to deputize? Who are you here to protect if you're riding out there getting killed? Get your head on straight.
What do you guys do with Judy?
The longer we sit here talking about this, the sooner that train's going to get here. So who has a Winchester? Who's going to go up to the top of that tower and take a look?
I got one on Asta. But listen, it's foggy out, isn't it?
In fact, as you're talking, it seems like the fog's rolling in first at a really low level, close to the ground. And the fog, if it wasn't that you knew that the mud was sucking on your feet and holding on like hands, you'd swear it was the fog grabbing on your ankles as you try to step around.
I don't know, boys. This one doesn't sound like one we can think our way out of. It don't sound like we need to be riding out to no train.
Well, we don't have enough information right now to make any decisions. So the more recon we can do, the better.
It's fair enough. But look, I don't think we should put all of our eggs in one basket like you suggested, Lewis. Why don't you take the Winchester with Buddy and you guys head over to the tower? Lacey and I will stay here and board up the doors and windows, so at least we have one place to fall back to should the need arise, Lacey. Lacey, you're not stupid. If 50 men, Lacey, if 50 men come pouring out of that train, what's your plan? Gun them each down in the middle of town while being sucked down by the mud? We need a place to fall back to. We need a place that we can put our backs to and fire each and every person as they come through that door.
I clench my fist into my eyes, and then I look down at my wrists. All right, I'm with you, Carver. I'm here.
Lacey, as you look down on your wrist, you see the pocked scar marks that you have all over both your wrists, wrapped around.
All right, Lacy, let's do this.
I'm here.
And I turn to Lewis and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, be safe. If you see anything out of the ordinary, just come back. Don't take a shot. Don't try to be a hero. And don't let Buddy be a hero neither.
All right, Carver. I'll see you again.
Yeah, I hope so. Buddy, best of luck to you as well.
Lewis, let's go.
Carver, as you start moving to get this place ready, to get Elam's apothecary ready, Elam explains to you, first of all, he's not happy. He doesn't believe that it should be happening, but he trusts you after all you've done for the town. And he wakes up Lily next door. He goes and sees Lily, and she gets some nails and some mallets, and she helps you barricade the place, tearing up the table that Elam works at, getting some old boards that they have in the back in the shed, and they seem to be able to board up the windows and doors. Do you want it completely boarded up, or do you want to leave some space to look out?
I want the front windowed and basically looking normal. I want every other door and window covered, so that basically we have, minus the back, which can be maybe easily pried. Right. But I just want sort of a trap. Even if we lead them in here and torch the place,
right,
doesn't necessarily mean, I just want something prepared so that we have some sort of cauldron.
Sorry, you can exit, open the door's not locked, not completely.
Front is all normal. Maybe the back just has a board over the door that could be pried off easily if we get trapped in there.
Okay, sounds good. So no problem. You get that all set up. And again, you hear that train whistle in the distance coming closer and closer and closer. And Lewis, as you're walking with Buddy seems to be the way he was before. In fact, he's got a vigor in his step. You don't know what it was that Elam gave him, but he's like a younger man now, moving along, breathing better than you've heard him breathe in the whole time you've known him. But again, the mud sucks at your feet, and you feel weary and tired of this long week you've had here. And the short stay in Hilton has really worn you down, and you feel your skin ruffle and prickle as you walk. There's an energy in the air, and your head begins to throb and get worse, and pain as you walk closer and closer to the chapel. It gets worse and worse and worse until you can't but stop yourself. Do a grit roll.
I could really go for a game of poker right now. All right, let's see.
Nice,
grit.
Clean.
The good old days.
Grit.
Alcohol-induced poker.
Nope, not enough.
Buddy Jax, you see Lewis stop. He looks as if his...
Sorry. Go ahead.
He looks as if his legs are not moving anymore, and he's trying to push himself, but he's staying where he is. Buddy, you feel the same feeling on your legs being pulled down, but you see him stop, but you can keep pushing on.
Come on, Lewis. I know it's been a rough go, but either way, it's going to end today. We just got to get through this.
I ain't cut out for this stuff, buddy. This isn't me.
The fact that you're here today doing what you're doing shows that you are cut out for this. You're already doing it. You're already in the thick of it. Let's put an end to it.
All right. Make a step forward. Keep on pushing my way to the chapel.
You keep trying, and as you do, your head's getting worse and worse. Every step you take needs to be an overcome of the grit and the pain you're feeling. It's getting worse as you get close to the chapel. There's something there, something that's reminiscent of specimen, something that is towards the chapel.
There's something here, buddy. There's something here. I can feel it.
And as I'm back nailing the boards, I'm turning to Lacy and say, Lacy, grab me that table. We got to push it up here.
All right, Lewis, I'll tell you what. You go back and get Carver, because maybe this is what we're going to need to deal with right here.
Well, hold on. So, because I was going to say, because I realized something as Carver. So Carver's nailing away, and as Lacy hands him a board, he says, shit, Lacy, I really hope Buddy and Lewis are safe. That story of Buddy's made me feel like he's pretty safe. Lewis is with him, but and then it dawns on Carver as it dawns on me. Oh shit, the kid. And I turn to Lacy. Buddy's story, when he was telling it, didn't he say something about that kid that the sheriff grabbed?
Ezra.
The kid that we keep seeing around town. Ezra. Where the fuck? Where did we see that kid last? He was helping somebody. Who was he helping?
Carver, go get Ezra. Go get Ezra.
Where was he? I don't remember where he was.
Up boards.
He wasn't at the B in the. He was. Who was he helping last? What?
He's not at Father Barrows. Father Barrows dead.
Oh shit! You're right. It was. He was at Father Barrel's. He was helping us with the drinks. And
Last
quick as a
time you
flash.
saw him, he was helping Charles in the Bean the Barrel, and he served drinks.
But I remember seeing him at Father
And
Barrel's.
he was at Father Barrel's too. That's right.
So I drop everything. I grab my guns and I turn to Lacy and I say, "I think it's that kid. I think it's that fucking kid." And I run out the door.
And at that moment, before going anywhere else, I make sure both my guns are fully loaded.
Me too.
Put the numbers up, please.
Yeah.
And I leave the hoose. I leave the hoose.
Carver, put your numbers in the corner, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then we leave the hoose.
Two
Apparently, we say hoose like that. I don't know.
hooves.
House. Apparently,
Okay.
house is wrong.
Hooves.
It's the Canadian way of saying
Carver and you guys are walking out, and you feel the chill in the air. It's gotten cold for the first time you've been here. It's gotten cold, and you can see your breath as you slog along through the mud as it sucks and pulls you down. And you catch up to Lewis and Buddy, and Buddy's talking to Lewis, and Lewis is in pain, you can see, and he's trying to move, but he can't pull his feet forward.
Damn it, guys, there's something in there. I'm telling you, I can't take another step.
Lewis, you need to snap out of it, man.
Snap
Lewis, you're
out.
stronger than this. You're stronger than it. I know you are.
I'm gonna try.
The hell were you doing, Lacy? Breathing on him?
No, I'm making these sound effects.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna do another roll. I guess.
Can I aid him at all?
Yes.
Okay, let me-
You guys all can, so we can give him a +3. No, just for being here, we'll give him a +3.
I'm not.
It's a maximum +4 with the party members, but
Nice.
Ooh, no dice.
no, you did with the
Spend a
+3. You
penny.
made it, Lewis. You made it.
Oh, okay.
You had the +3 from the rest of the guys helping you. Although your head is getting worse with every step, you guys slog along and you're pulling yourself up, and you get to this building where the stones are crags and the stones that have more history than the rest of Holton put together. And it's tall, and it's looking down on you in a judging way. And you stand before the chapel, ready to enter the threshold. And your head is killing you, Lewis.
Something seems off about this, boys.
Yeah, there's definitely something inside. Something like specimen.
Should we be smart about this? Swing away on back, try to be clever?
Yeah, we do know there's the back door.
Let's do it.
So
Buddy,
you guys gonna push around the back?
yeah, buddy, why don't you and me swing around back? Lewis, Lacy, you guys take the front.
Carver.
Actually,
I'm still at Elam's. I didn't go with anybody. What?
You're still at Elam's?
I thought that was the case.
I thought you pressed with me because I realized that the kid was at Father Barrow's.
All right, I'm with you.
You don't have to. It's your call.
No, good call.
You didn't realize that. That's why.
Who's going around the back?
I was going to
I'll
suggest
tell
Buddy
you
and I.
now,
But Buddy
Carver, I
wants-
think it's better Lacy and I take the front this time. I think we're going in guns blazing.
I wanted to go gun blazing in the back, buddy. That's why.
I think you better take care of your friend Lewis.
All right, fine.
You seem to be able to talk him through this better than anyone else.
Fair. That's fair. And I put one hand on Lewis's shoulder and I kind of lead him around the back. I say, you need to focus, buddy. We need to do this. And I turn back to Buddy and I say, you kick open the door and we'll fire through the back. As soon as you're ready, let Lacy make the call. It's about time he deserved to fire blankly.
Are there any?
Yeah.
Are there any windows? From our
Yes, there along the side there are these shuttered windows. They're the kind of an arch shape at the top and straight down with these wooden shutters that open on either side.
from the outside.
Yeah, there's about 3 along the sides. 3
And
on
one
either
of the
side.
one of the shutters is smacking open and closed in the wind.
How did you know?
I just pictured it.
That's exactly right. But
And
as you try to get into the alleyway, all of a sudden it looks like the alleyway goes on really long in front of you, and it looks like the walls are closing in on you, and you don't know if you can bring yourself to move on further. Buddy, you feel Carver, you feel the same pressure on your chest as you look in this alleyway.
What do you
And I get flashbacks of my biggest fear as I keep pushing forward.
And just then, a rat tears its way out of the alleyway towards you, running away.
Gee, fuck. It's just a rat. It's all right.
So, can I get a description of the situation we're in
Can
here?
I get a name, man?
Lacey and Buddy, you guys are
What?
standing in front of the threshold of the church, doors shut, as Carver and Lewis are making their way around the side of the building
Okay.
towards the back of the church.
Thank you.
So,
My gun's
Lacy
by the way.
and Buddy, what are you guys doing?
What do you think?
We're just, and as he asks, I kick in the door.
The doors swing open, bang, as lightning
like the
flashes,
way you do
illuminating the space. And you walk in, and there's silence.
Oh, silence. No, silence. That's not silence.
This is going on in my mind, okay?
Are you walking into the sanctuary?
Well, I'm going to take a quick look around
I take a big step like this.
and then step forward.
Okay.
Triggering the trap perfectly.
As you walk in, you hear a commotion in the corner of the room, and something leaps towards you.
And I'll shoot.
Okay, roll.
I do too. Probably Ezra, and to be honest with you, shoot first, ask questions later.
Fuck.
4 is a success.
Yeah.
And shooting?
Lacy.
I'm at a 10. Shit, man. Wow.
Okay, Lacy,
Apparently I
you
just
shoot
fired
wildly.
and have fun.
Maybe it's the fear that you feel.
How?
What's
Buddy.
that about guns blazing being all?
And 3 doves fly towards you as Buddy, you just destroy one and lies dead at your feet.
Never liked them birds.
Pull!
Carver and Lewis.
All right.
And I
Your
reloaded
head,
that.
Lewis, is getting worse as you move close further and further down the alleyway. Claustrophobia is pressing on you as you feel these walls.
Lewis, stay with me. Come on. We can do this.
I don't know, Carver.
Yes, you
I don't
can.
know.
Yes, you can.
It's-
Lewis,
Lewis,
remember Mississippi. Remember winning that pod? Remember winning that pod against them kids? Didn't know shit from shit.
This isn't like that, Carver. This
Come
isn't
on.
like
No,
that.
no, I'm saying you got your mind about you. Remember that? You're the wittiest one I know. You're the one who keeps stringing them in. You string them along. You twist them. You got the smarts for this, kid. Come on.
And at that point, we hear gunfire in the chapel, and that kind of clears my head a little bit. And I nod, gritting my teeth. I push forward like I'm pushing through a strong gale.
Ooh.
Or a
Ooh.
spider web.
Can we run through the back? Or the spider web? Yeah.
Strong gale or a,
Those
or
are
a
the,
web.
those are the comparatives.
Ah!
All right. Lewis, you find the strength, especially with your best friend Carver there, to keep pressing on, and you get closer to the back, and you hear the guns fire, but also you hear the door close to the back of the church as you're just coming around the corner.
Is something going in or something coming out?
I don't know. And I say, time to do what Lacey does. And I kick open the back door.
All right, the door swings open, and there you are inside the back chamber where you found the dead body, gurgling flesh ripped from his throat of Father Barrow. His last words to you, if you remember them, and pushing the book into your chest.
Oakland.
Carver, the lightning flash is there, and Lewis, as soon as you step in beside him, your headache's gone. And for the first time in a while, you feel clear.
Lewis, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here, and I take a notice of the surroundings. Whatever just came in here couldn't have gone far. 7.
You see that the space has been ravaged. You knew that there was food supplies in here, and it's all just been ripped away. Things have been torn off the wall. Furniture that was in here is now missing. There's nothing. This doesn't even look like the civilized place that once was. The glass is broken. The window to your right is shattered, and on the floor there you see mud tracked in and out in every direction.
Someone was using this place for something. High
This don't
traffic.
even
in
Look
here.
like this. No, this don't even look like the same place. Does it look older, newer? Does it look like a different place, or?
I mean, the whole of Halton to you is appearing to be. It's not the same place. You don't feel. Yes and no, is the best I can describe it. You don't feel it's the same place, but it looks like it's just been destroyed and ripped apart, as if a family of raccoons have been living in here for years, just ripping things apart and
Something feels off about this place.
Yeah, it definitely ain't no raccoons.
Lacy and Buddy, you hear the door in the back open and shut.
That's probably Carver and Lewis. What do you think, buddy?
I agree. Let's keep moving here, Lacy.
Keep your guns loaded. I got my hands filled with guns.
So many guns. He's holding them.
Just guns on his fingers.
Well, two guns.
Guys, my hands are filled with guns.
That's almost what I thought of too when I said that too. All right.
The eerie shadows that are cast on the floor from the beams and braces of the ceiling, the wood timber framing. And as you move, it's almost as if the shadows are moving as you walk through the space. And you get to the back door where the antechamber's there, and you stand at the threshold to move in. Lewis and Buddy. Or sorry, Lacy and Buddy.
Here we are again, buddy. Do you recall when we found Father Barrows dead?
I'm not going to forget that. But I want to take a closer look. You said the shadows seem to be moving?
They do.
They seem to be.
So I want
We
to take a
haven't
look
got
at
a
that.
lamp
A
with
little
us.
notice on that.
We haven't got a lamp with us, so if they're moving on their own accord. I don't know what I trust to see anymore.
And what I'm going to try to do is I got the Winchester in one hand, the Colt still in its holster, and I'm going to draw a knife and try to throw it into the shadow.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I light a cigarette. Or a cigar.
Knife shadow. Knife shadow.
And if I ever stab my shadow.
There you go.
Nice shadow.
So the blade sticks in.
To the shadow?
Down towards the floor where he hits the floor, and it sticks out of the floor. The shadow remains. But I guess seeing that allows you some sort of calmness. You kind of come back to your brain feels more logical, and you look at the window, and there's bugs crawling on the window, spiders and
I'm gonna say
earwigs and centipedes, and they're just crawling over the window. And you think that just the light that's reflected through the shadow caused by the bugs has been playing tricks on your head.
I'm gonna say I have such a high grit at this point, and I've been through so much mental torment that it doesn't even faze me that
It doesn't.
these are just bugs.
Mhm.
It's obvious. It's very obvious that there's no actual person with us. Buddy, come on. Let's go.
I'll
Knife
grab
push.
the knife from the floor, stick
Push.
it back. All right,
Back
gents,
room.
what next?
Well, Lewis and I are going to move in through the back door, if that's all right with you, Lewis.
Do we meet up with them?
Yep, I guess
Yeah,
so.
that's I want to do. I want to move up until we get there. And I say, all right. So I heard a gunfire. Did you see anything?
That was us.
Yeah.
Firing our guns.
At?
Well, let me tell you, there's a dove that won't be delivering a message of peace tonight.
Well, let me tell you, I hate doves. So well done, boys.
Little shit hawks.
And I turn to the stairs heading down, and I kind of nod to the others, and I say, looks like there's only one way in.
Who's
One
going for it?
So you're going into the cellar where the honey whiskey was kept. Is that right?
Suppose so. It's the only place left, right?
Oh, I call down. Ezra!
Yeah,
Where
Lacey, maybe
you
that'll work. When he
find
pops his head out,
me?
I'll just shoot it clean off, and then we're done here.
What? thought you were here to fire
Nothing
away.
answers to you, Lacey. In fact, your sound doesn't even reverberate for some reason, because as you say it, you hear the thunder again.
Did you hear that? My voice didn't even reverberate. I'm surprised I know that word. But
All right.
I do.
All right. I'm going. And I head down the stairs.
Okay, you go down the stairs, and for some reason you feel glad to be out of the chapel, out of that space. Coming down here, as soon as you take the first step, you feel a crunching on your underneath your boot. And then more as you get down, and the wetness, and you smell it instantly, that smell of alcohol and cider, pungent and sharp in the nostrils.
What am I stepping on?
Broken glass.
And I
Bottles have been smashed.
I grab Lacy's cigarette.
Yeah.
And I extinguish it. No. Come on. And I say this, and I look at Buddy, and I say, put yours out. I don't know how strong this was.
Don't you know? Shit can only be lit with a live.
Buddy, did you just throw it?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you throw it?
Back up behind us.
Okay. All right. That's fine. No, it's good.
That would have been a short campaign.
So
I say, I don't know how strong this whiskey is, but it's burning my nostrils enough. I don't want to take any risks. And I continue heading down.
As you walk down, you feel your feet stick a little bit as the sugar in the whiskey is congealed on the floor. And you see that the bottles have been ripped off the walls. There's a few remaining, but very little.
Ezra, you down here?
You hear your voice echo.
Who's down here?
Again, it echoes.
You've been trying awfully hard to get us here, and we're here. So what do you want?
He be trying hard. What you talk about?
You can do a notice roll if you'd like.
I will.
You have it?
Yep. 6. Ooh, nice. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Look
7.
at you just exploding all over the screen.
I exploded.
During the Civil War, Carver, you remember coming across other chapels, being sent to take out people who claimed to be part of sects that were leading whole groups of people to their death in the name of holy war. And sometimes you'd come down into these antechambers, and there would be passages for the evil leaders to escape. And you feel a breeze on your face coming from the back of the room.
So I slowly move to it. Why you say you didn't see nothing, Lacy? What do you call him? But I head over to it and I push on the panel and open it.
And you feel that the stone wall on this hinge, this miraculous hinge, starts to slide, and you see the earth, and you see roots coming down, and you see a tunnel with these pieces of wood, old rotted wood, moving towards the back of where the church was. And as soon as he opens that door, Lewis, your head begins to ache again as the pain returns.
And I turn to Lewis, Buddy, and Carver, and I say, looks like we're fucked.
Why you say that?
Did you not just see this tunnel open up of fucking roots?
What? It's a passageway, Lewis. I mean,
Like,
Since when have you seen passageways open up out of nowhere?
I've been in the Civil War. I cleared many a town. I've seen these places all over. It don't mean nothing.
It's been tunneled by man, Lacey. You can tell it's been tunneled by a man, or I mean, it looks almost like a mining shaft, and
I thought you said
just very very.
Oh, you
fine
think it
hairs.
was like some monk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Very fine
I
hairs
thought he
of
said it
roots
opened up.
are hanging down. It did, because he pushed
Yeah,
on the
but-
panel in the back.
Yeah.
Lazy's right though,
I'm
Carver.
like picturing like roots, like
You turn around and Lacey's drinking one of the bottles for some reason.
Why is he right?
There's something there. My headache's back.
Oh,
It disappeared for a bit when
I'm
we came in here.
sorry.
Lacy, will you shut up? My
Shut the
head
fuck up,
is
Lacy.
killing
What's
me.
wrong with your Lewis? Listen, you don't have to press on if you can. But maybe
I don't know how helpful I'll be. I'll try. And I grit my teeth together and roll my grit and drink some of that whiskey because that looks good. Or is that urine?
No, it's whiskey. It's good.
Yeah, that's what you said the last time.
This, my American friend, is Canadian club. Do you get this in the United States? I'd like to know. Thank
Of course they can. You can get anything down there.
No, they got American
Except for
Club.
free health care.
So I got a
you're gonna get
5.
cite about 60 comments.
No.
I got a
It's
6.
not free. You pay taxes. Blah 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 blah.
All right, Lewis, you managed to push on, but you do feel that it's getting worse as your vision is fogging and it feels like it's closing in as you try to focus. Carver, are you going through the tunnel?
And I turn to Lewis. I say, Lewis, whatever needs us is calling us this way. Maybe we should just press on. without you.
I can do it. I feel better.
You don't
I
look
pull
it.
out one of my syringes of the elixir, and I offer it to him.
I don't
What's
think
that
that's
for?
the same thing. I
Okay,
think
I'll tell you what. Maybe you're right. Maybe if I stay out here, if something comes back or something runs away from you, maybe it's good that I'm out here anyway. But before I do, I'm gonna set you up with something. And I kind of lean forward and collapse a little bit onto Carver, but just stagger.
yeah.
And I'm gonna cast quickness on him. A little something I've been working on. And
Boy.
it basically he's able to attack twice while it lasts.
Nice.
In
Thank
rounds.
you. And I
It's
know.
4
I say,
puppies. That's
4 puppies?
I just spent for you. I just spent 4 puppies.
and I say,
Killed them somewhere.
thank you, friend. And I shake your hand. And as I do, you feel something in it.
Let me roll.
And I nod to Buddy and to Lacy and I say, let's head on through. Lacy, can you take the lead?
Sure, I ain't got nothing to lose. And I would draw both my guns continuously.
Lazy
And,
seems confidently walking as he walks through the tunnel, the earth tunnel.
And
I
Lewis,
don't
as you feel something in our handshake, I pull you close, and in your ear I say, if you hear something wrong, blow the tunnel with the ghost rock. And as I lean back away, you see one of the ghost rock bullets in your hands, so that you can cave in and leave us there if something should be coming out. And I walk away. I love you.
And Lacy just looks down the tunnel, mouth agape, as his best friend.
Lewis, you're Lewis.
Or Lewis.
Who is that? What did I say? Lazy?
Sorry, I don't buy. It's this headache. You can't. Buddy, can you do a notice roll, please?
I sure can, Marshal.
So you're so involved in your own
Psyche.
psyche.
Explode.
Headache.
I'm gonna notice the shit out of that.
So you got to raise. Okay. As you put your hand on the side of the tunnel in the earth, you feel a vibration in the earth. And you think at first, is it an earthquake? But then you think to yourself, no, that steam engine is on its way. And sure enough, you'd feel it from this distance. And it's getting closer.
And I'll let the gentleman know that. Put your hand on the wall, guys. Feel that?
Yeah, I do.
That's the sound of the engine. It's getting closer. I think we're running out of time here.
The engines.
Lacy, as you move, you feel... Sorry.
We should press on.
Lacy, as you keep walking, you feel, and your hands are on, you feel the roots are getting thicker and more frequent, and you feel spiders and bugs as you keep moving closer. And you get, as the roots get thicker, you feel all of a sudden the walls become solid. And it's dark in here and you can barely see, but there is a crack of light ahead. And as you look up, it looks like slits of light are coming in from what looks like boards.
Good God. There's light in here, boys, even though it's dark outside.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And I keep moving ahead.
And there's enough space that 2 of you can stand underneath, and you look up and you can see the boards above you and light. And you hear footsteps. Clunk, clunk, and it's like scraping noises, and you hear something moving up above.
What do you suppose we're
Hold
under?
on, hold on, quiet.
I say it quietly. What do you suppose we're under here, Lace Carver? What are we looking at?
And I just want to listen for a minute.
And you hear it again. You hear movement, like a shuffling animal or something. That's it.
I put on my cigarette. A cigar.
Did you seriously just light that shit up again? Are
No,
you kidding me?
I'm smoking this on the stream. Meta. Not
Are you smoking a cigarette or no?
roleplay. No, I'm not.
Good. Hey, where's that cigar smoke coming from? Shoot below. All right. I'm gonna head in. Or
Hit
keep
him where?
head forward, I guess. Is it just the floor and that's it?
Eventually, you hit a wall, and it looks like this is it. There's above you, not high above your head. There are these boards.
Like we
wooden
could reach
planks.
off and lift ourselves up.
Could be.
Okay, I'm gonna do a notice roll until maybe that floor is clear-ish, I suppose.
What do you mean by clear?
Well, because you said we could hear the boots moving, right?
You can, but it's not right above you. It's like vibrating through the boards above your head, in the space above you somewhere, but it's not directly above the board. So the board is just, let's say, a 5x5, maybe slightly smaller section above your head. But you feel like the boards continue on into the earth. You're below what appears to be a wooden floor.
All right, then I'm still going to do notice to see if I can tell in any way if the floor above me is relatively clear. Probably can't, and that is a 3-3.
So yeah, clear.
Yeah.
You can't see anything through the boards, and you can just see slits of lights coming in. It's really the only lighting of the tunnel at this point.
All right, I'm going to nod to the others, and I'm going to lift a board over. And
As you try to push the board, you can feel some resistance. It's definitely nailed down. It hasn't been moved in some time. You can feel.
Are any of the boards loose?
One of them you do feel is rickety, and you could probably pry a little bit, almost as if one of the nails has come out.
And I turn to Lacy. What?
I get a little nervous. I'm a little nervous right now. Carver, don't you think that if you push on those boards, we might get into this space where there's something shuffling around up there?
Lacy, what's your solution? Mr. Ride out to the train. Now we're here. Now the enemy could be above us. And what? You want to turn around, go home?
Are we out of the end of the tunnel? Are we at the very end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
You are.
Well, then, gentlemen, there's only one way to go.
I know, and I'm trying to do it. So again, I very quietly, I want to do a stealth roll to try to pop the rickety board.
Do you have
It's
stealth?
gonna be a little challenging because it's wooden
have
boards
stealth.
on the floor.
I do have stealth, Alex. Thanks.
So do I. Okay. What's yours at?
6.
Lacey, you can
Mine's a
help them.
D8. Let me help you.
Okay.
Let
why
me
don't
do it. You help me.
Okay, fine. I'll let you do it, and I'll help you. When you're done, on your time. Oh, 8. Very well. Oh, hey, well, that was worth it. Then.
Explodes.
There we go.
Okay, so Lacey,
How are you, Sneaky?
you see what Carver's about to do, and you stop him, and you
What's
see
that?
the nails that are in the boards, and some of them are still sticking down. And you get the idea that maybe if you just prop the nails out, just whack them a little bit, they'll loosen, and you can pop them out, so that way, when you push the board, it won't creak with the sound of the nails coming through.
So I use the butt of my unloaded gun to do that.
And you tap them very quietly as best you can, just to make them move.
You use a little piece of ghost rock.
Bang! And the nails just shoot up. Bing, 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 bing. And you feel that the one board is now loose. At any point, you can move it silently.
All right. Let's head up.
So you move it silently.
And the minute he moves it, I ask Buddy for a boost, and then I climb up.
And as soon as you do, this is what you see. As soon as your body's up, you look to your left, and there's a whole barrage of pieces of wood, old chair legs, pieces of pews that have been sharpened to points as a wall facing towards you. And there in front of you is Cole Ferguson, standing up. And he's looking at you. And I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. Okay, so you see this? So this is the top of the roof. And as you come into the floor over here, okay, the stairs aren't here, but that's where you guys are coming in from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see this wall of like concocted old furniture and things with like jagged pieces of wood that have been sharpened and whittled into points. And there is Cole Ferguson standing there.
All right.
Excuse me.
Lovely. Is he looking at me?
Let me just delete this
You
one
said-
second.
I
Cole
just see
Ferguson,
him.
yeah, he's looking at you.
He sees me as well.
And he now sees you, but he just sees you through, like, he can see you out by the chair or what's left of this chair.
All right. And I turn to the other two and I say, let me try this. Let me try this. If it's not working, you come up real quick. And I get out so that Cole can see me standing.
And as soon as you stand up, you can see he's tensing.
And I say, Cole, I'm here to help.
He's twitching, he's animalistic, he's looking at your eye, and he's looking over slightly to his right, let's do it this way. And to his right, you see there's Charles standing there behind this wall of spikes facing towards you. And Charles looks at you with more knowing eyes. And Cole Ferguson looks at Charles, almost waiting. Hello, Carver.
Charles, nice to see you again.
You should not be here. It's not safe.
I agree to that, but came alone on my own.
And you notice behind him, a young boy, Ezra, lies unconscious on the floor.
I gotta say, this looks a little suspicious.
He's
Little
safe.
Young boy knocked out.
Nothing will hurt him.
Does he look sexually abused?
That's what I was getting at.
Leave now, Carver, so I don't have to kill you.
Charles, this is
It's not Charles.
no Charles. That's what I said.
It's not
Carver, as you're looking at Charles, you see
Lacy. Hold on for a second,
you
Charles.
see Cole Ferguson start moving towards the wall, and he looks like he's starting to climb it, and he's grabbing the wall, and he's grabbing a beam, and he's starting to climb the wall.
And as he does, I'm putting my hand on the needle, the large
Don't.
needle,
Oh, the needle?
the needle.
Right, the syringe, right?
Correct.
Charles continues to talk to you. Carver, keep your hands where I can see them. Leave the way you came. And I don't have to kill you. Ezra is safe. We are safe. Specimen is safe.
Charles, you're not of your right mind, friend. I just want to talk. We never had no reason not to talk before, have we?
Buddy and Lacey, you hear all this conversation going on down below.
And I turn to Buddy and I say, Buddy, that's Cole Ferguson up there.
Cole Ferguson hasn't said anything.
I think he hasn't.
No.
Do we?
You might be able to catch a glimpse of him where you are.
Charles, Alex. It's Charles talking to me with Ezra on the bed and Cole
Not
Ferguson.
Charles. It's Cole.
Oh my God!
They're both there.
Watch the game, Alex. Charles is talking to
Charles
me.
and Cole?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Harlan.
I know. You're like, it's Cole. I'm like, I know Cole's there, Alex. Charles is there too. That's the guy I'm
I missed
talking
that
to.
part.
You need to close your Facebook window and pay attention.
I'm not. I'm looking at pictures
Now-
of Courtney Love. Okay.
Listening to the
Lacey.
listening to where the voices are coming from. Can I follow it from underneath and get under where I believe that Charles is standing?
That's my buddy.
The wall is there. Like it doesn't go far enough back. There's opening.
Gotcha.
It's just the section of the floor. You might be able to catch an angle that you could shoot through the boards and hopefully hit him, but it would be a blind shot.
No, but yeah, well, yes, but
That being said, you know roughly where it is in the vicinity of where the church is.
I turn
You
to
know
Buddy.
where the building is.
I turn to Buddy though, and I say, Buddy, maybe you should get up there and talk some sense into Cole, and you have a better relationship with Cole, and with Charles too.
So you hear chattering down
better-
below,
better-
Carver, and Charles
no.
looks at you almost as
So,
if he's.
so quietly, I didn't say loud. At
No,
least let me
no.
roll
Carver
for
can hear it. Carver can hear for you. Charles
At
can't.
least let me. Okay.
You don't, Lacey. You don't need to roll because Charles doesn't hear it. Just Carver does because he's right at the opening. I'm just saying Carver is hearing that there's some sort of discussion and planning going below.
Okay.
Do you want to plan it anymore?
I'm gonna say, Buddy, maybe I'll hike you up and you come up, Buddy, and present your case and try to get Ezra out alive.
Carver. Charles is looking at you
What do you think,
and
Buddy?
he's cocking his head as
Carver.
Cole Ferguson is still climbing the ceiling.
And I say, what is Buddy saying to me? Can I
Just say, just very quietly, Carver, you can hear Lacey's plan. Give a quick little stomp on the floor if you want me up there.
What was the plan? Oh my God. What was the plan?
It was just give a little stomp on the floor if you want me up there with
Buddy
you.
to go up too.
That's his plan? What's the why? Sure. Well,
because Buddy knew Cole from the war, and he's dying. So if he coughs and stuff, Charles might be like, "Oh, I feel for this dying fellow." So
I'm happy with any plan. I'm happy with any plan. If Buddy, do you think that's a good plan?
Well, now I'm also wondering, can I, from where I am, if I back up to where the hole is, can I see Cole climbing on the walls?
Like, is there any advantage to you guys still being hidden? I'm thinking maybe you guys can get the drop at some point. I don't know.
At the end of the day, I can always go underneath and start firing. We don't need two of us underneath firing.
Sure. Then sure. I was thinking more like worst case scenario, I could sacrifice myself and just ghost rock the place. But let's bring it on up. I don't care.
Your call, Buddy. Buddy, what do you think? You think you can climb up there
Okay.
and talk?
Charles continues to talk to you, Carver. We don't want to hurt you. We just need to protect Ezra. We are Ezra. We are Specimen. We are family. Don't fire upon us. It will be your demise, Carver.
I have no intention of fire upon you. Look, Cole Ferguson's my friend, all right? And your ticks, for whatever reason, you've consumed him and you've made him one of the sentient being, the Sentinel. What was it called again?
Specimen.
Specimen. Thank you. You made him.
He
one
looks
of
confused as you're talking about the ticks.
No, ticks ain't you. You not do the ticks? You know what's going on with the ticks, right?
We are Ezra.
Right. You're Ezra. Well, let me tell you now. We're on the same side, Charles. There's nothing that we want, that's opposed to your values. I'm not reaching for my gun. My hands are way up high because I'm looking for an amicable solution for all of this.
You feel something attack your mind, and it starts off with a high-pitched ringing.
Ooh.
You need to do a grit roll, a spirit roll. Sorry, no grit. Sorry, it's fear. Grit.
Say again. Grit.
Do a grit roll.
So grits, I just have a rank. What do I roll?
What is your grit?
Just one.
So you add +1 to your 1d4.
Okay. And I do a 1d6 or just that?
Yep.
So 5.
So you're able to stop whatever it was, and it goes away.
Six.
But you did feel the sudden urge to this fear that overwhelms, almost as if someone's jumped out and tried to scare you. That quick sudden, where you missed the sudden last step of the staircase.
And as I did that, did Charles react?
No.
So
it's coming from him for sure.
Okay. So I say, Charles, no need to be throwing a little bit of fear my way. Like I said, I'm on your side. I'm well versed in this by now. You want to talk? You're holed up here on the edge of town in a little room, and you got a bunch of pointy sticks keeping Cole Ferguson away from you. I'm assuming.
Cole Ferguson is Ezra.
So your pointy sticks are to keep me away? What's to fear about me?
Ezra is safe.
Yeah, and I understand.
Halton is not safe. Ezra needs to be safe.
Halton's not safe. Not safe. Not since the sheriff is gone. Look, we want to find a good solution. You want Ezra safe? We want Ezra safe. Shit, there ain't nothing wrong with keeping Ezra safe. I'm good for that. And
Lewis, you felt a wave. Lewis, that wave you felt earlier. And although your headache's going right now, as you know that they're in this tunnel, you feel a wave of that same sensation washing over you again just a moment ago. Okay, sorry, go back, Carver.
And I just say, look, and I sort of tap my foot looking for Buddy or Lacy to give me some sort of plan. Because right now, my understanding is they're just sitting under there waiting for me to make a plan. I don't got one.
Well, if he taps, then I go up.
Do your foot tap.
No, I'm like
with your hand. Like, how did you tapping? Are you like this?
Okay, so you see that on the floor, one of the boards that are still covering overhead. You hear
it's Morse code, obviously, and nobody knows Morse code.
And I
more salami.
And I get under Buddy, and I say, "Okay, up," and I like give a foothold for him.
And I'm like, that,
cool.
All right, not what I was exactly looking for.
So, Buddy, you're going to do like a running jump up?
No, just boost him up so he gets up into the room.
All right,
So he
and
comes up.
I'll
Buddy
even help
comes
him up, and I'll say, and Charles, Buddy's going to join us now.
And as soon as Buddy's head comes up, you can see Charles start to react badly. And Cole Ferguson is looking down and growling at you as he's hanging from the ceiling, his eyes gaunt and sunken in. And he looks just vicious, ready to drop down at you.
And
Meanwhile,
I hand the needle to Buddy, who's now beside me. I say, Buddy, why don't you give this to your good buddy Cole right in the heart, and I'm going to speak to Charles. Charles, and I take a step towards Charles.
As soon as you take a step towards Charles, you feel the same grip. But Lacey, let's go to you.
Meanwhile, I get in a position where I can I see Cole hanging from the roof?
Yes, you can now see Cole Ferguson above.
Okay,
and he can kind of see you too.
Pull my gun. So if he is gonna make a move or anything like that, I'm gonna fire. Like that's gonna be my first instinct.
Like a prepared thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so Carver, take the step, but do a grit roll.
All right. Ah, fucking hell.
Spirit roll.
Yep. And 4 or 5.
So you do take that step forward, but you do feel that pain or that fear wash over you, and Justin Lewis feels a wash over him at the same time.
Oh.
Carver, do not step closer. This is my final warning.
Charles, I just want to talk. You want to protect Ezra. We want to protect Ezra. You got Cole Ferguson acting like a little rabid dog here about to pounce on us, and all we want to know is what the fuck is going on. We've been here a week, and town's gone to shit. What's it all about? Charles, give us a little bit of something, please.
So can I hear their voices echoing down the hallway?
Do a listen roll or a notice roll.
Okay.
Because it's like a lot of earth between you and them, but you do hear a raised voice, and Carver is talking to someone, and he says, "You got to give us something." He talks about Cole, and you hear Charles as well in the name.
And I'm shuffling my cards nervously. And am I starting to become accustomed to the pain a little bit more?
Yeah, you're starting to.
Okay. So I'm going to... I get the feeling that whatever is making me feel like this can sense me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
It's a guess. I mean, you can sense it, so can it sense you?
I'm guessing so. Specimen could sense me.
It's true.
But he hasn't tried to reach into my mind yet.
No, he hasn't.
I'm feeling like I'm not too useful down here, as much as I want to, stick to the plan. I feel that maybe I will be more helpful down there. So I start making my way down the hallway and stop as voices, start getting louder and more intense. And I put my head down and concentrate, still shuffling my cards. And I'm going to cast invisibility.
What? Sorry.
Nice.
I didn't know you had that ability.
I do.
That's cool.
Ooh,
super useful.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Okay. How many things have you used already?
None. I haven't re-rolled anything
What
yet.
are you using right now? You have a black, don't you?
I do have a black. I'm just going to use a white, though, to re-roll.
So you use a white to reroll. Okay.
Yeah.
Just hang on
Just-
1 second.
That's okay. I got to pee.
You read
Michael
that?
Riff.
Oh, no. Wow, everybody left at the same time. It's just you and me, buddy.
Well, I guess I'll be watching the situation and looking at old Cole as he's clinging to the ceiling. I got the needle in my hand, and
So
I
you're
got
my
to do a
witness?
quick little notice roll to see if I can hear this invisible feller.
Let's just roll a bunch of times and then pick the best one that when they come back, we've got that line.
Sounds lovely.
But I'm doing all right, actually, because I rolled a 12 and a 9.
Nice.
All right. So I don't think Chris is going to believe us, but anybody watching the stream right now,
You just chime in. You yell really loud to support us.
let him know that I rolled a 12 and a 9 on my reroll, which is a 21, which is 4 raises.
Wow.
Okay,
Was this for your invisibility?
Yeah.
That was like a horrible like slapstick moment. Okay, so I spilled my wine. I run to the bathroom, grab something to wipe it up, like a towel. It's white wine, by the way, so I wouldn't ruin it. Anyways, and I start drying it off. All of a sudden, I push by accident the stack of math papers that I have to mark into the wine. So now my kids are gonna be like, Mr. Viseau, why do all of our papers smell like wine? Anyways, and they're like, oh,
you
crap.
shut your goddamn mouth is why.
Then I knock over because I'm distracted by that. I
You
knock
little
over.
son of a bitch.
Because I need to drink after a day with you guys. Anyways, so I knock over the pencil jar that I have, and then I go pick it up, and I jab my thumb into the pencil and get it under my fingernail. So
Don't take your anger out on us, please.
and all of you, your brains explode. Anyways,
He raised like 3 times for his
I didn't
invisibility
see
roll.
it, so it doesn't count.
No, we
That's
told
the
the
one on the
screens about
screen.
for me.
There's no evidence. All right, so you got a 21. 21 is 8. That's 2. That's 4. What is that? It's 5 raises?
20.
5 raises, but it does say in invisibility, the spell with a raise, the character is completely invisible, and the penalty to notice is -6
With 1 raise.
with 1 raise. So that's we don't have to do 4,
Minus
but
14. Let's just say you okay. I can't. -6. We'll say okay.
we'll say it lasts a little bit longer to let me do.
Sure. What does it normally last?
1 round.
Let's double that. 2 rounds.
All right.
Okay, give me a quick update. Am I still under the floor?
I'm standing in front of Charles trying to break it down. Buddy's now got the needle looking at Cole. He just got invisible, and you're standing there with your gun aimed at Cole in case he pounces.
Oh, what you guys are seeing on the screen, that's my 6th roll. I've already killed everyone. I had triple raises.
So that's what was happening. So Justin actually rolled 6 times while I was away.
That's right.
All right. So you see above you as you're looking, Lacy, Cole Ferguson, who looks at you and then cocks his head to look at Charles, and you hear Charles speak again. He says,
I shoot.
"Okay."
Hold on. Who are you shooting at?
Okay, what does he say?
No, you're not. You're not even aimed at anybody.
No,
You're aimed at Cole.
no, he was aiming at Cole, so he shoots.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I do. Bang. 4, 3.
Okay, so you hit.
So I don't even hold on. Can I at least because I asked him? All I want to know is what this is about. Way before Lacy even went, can I at least hear what he has to say about all the mystery, and then he can ruin everything by shooting the guy and totally going into action?
Yeah, he can say,
This is about death.
we are now we are now part of Ezra. We've been made part of Ezra. We will care for him and be Ezra and protect him at all costs.
What? Oh wow. Maybe I don't shoot then.
Hold
No,
on. Now
I
maybe you
shoot.
don't shoot.
So
I shoot. I
Oh,
shoot.
you
Still
shoot.
Still saying the same shoot.
Okay, so you shoot.
Pow!
However, you miss. With a
Thank
4,
God.
because of the angle, you have to shoot past. Buddy's in the hole there with you, and it's a tough shot. And you get a -2, and so it's not enough. And you shoot beside Cole Ferguson, and Cole Ferguson drops from the ceiling towards you. And we're going to draw cards.
Ah,
Oh, where's my cards? Hold on a second.
this is me. Oh, Alex doesn't have to. Then this is me. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn
Oh, that's not a fun one.
it.
Nice, Justin. That looks cool. Whenever you get an ace, it always looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Aces are sexy.
The ace of spades. The ace of spades.
They were.
There goes
Actually,
the neighborhood.
Kind of a funny story. I was at a wedding the other day, and I met, I guess,
girl?
one of the groomsmen's like grandparents, who's from England. And I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a farmer." And I have
Ignorant
no
farmers.
filter whatsoever. And I don't know. I thought I was doing a quote from Monty Python. And I was
Proud of your
like,
own
we
joke.
were talking about he kind of looked like John Cleese too. So I was like, Monty Python, farmer, and I had that scene from the Holy Grail in my head where they're in the fields like plowing with the peasants.
He's
And
not
I'm just like,
He ain't got shit all over him.
I was just like,
Did we call him ignorant?
I'm an ignorant farmer with like a horrible
Oh,
British
that's
accent.
terrible.
And his reaction was priceless. He was just like, "What? No."
You said, "What do you mean?"
Oh, it's so funny because Justin is so like he can be so charismatic, but every so often Justin puts his foot in his mouth.
I know. I've been there. I've been there for a few of those.
And you know what? Justin is he is the kindest guy that I've come across in a long time, and it's very hard to imagine him saying something even remotely rude or
Not on purpose, ever.
yeah.
All right. Anyways,
I recovered.
order. Justin, Lewis, you're invisible, and you're first to go.
Well,
you hear the gunfire go off.
Yeah, basically, I've been continuing my way down the hall, and I got to basically where it goes up, and I just caught Lacy's boot as he was rising up. I just saw it going up.
Yep.
Is that fair to say?
Lacy didn't go up. Lacy shot from the hole.
up.
Oh,
he's standing in the tunnel there.
Oh, okay. So I see him, and I try to be really quiet so that he doesn't freak out that there's something moving by him, and I try to climb up.
Be funny if you like took all of his bullets out.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you climb out.
Okay, so then I swear under my breath that now we're in the fighting round. And
had a great opportunity.
And I climb up anyways.
So you climb up, and above you is Cole Ferguson. You can see he's about to drop down on Lacy as he's diving, as the bullet sails past him, and you come up over into the light, and you see this makeshift wall of pointed stakes pointing towards you, and there's Carver's trying to step towards Charles and Ezra lying down behind him.
Is there that wooden thing that they pushed up? Is that on like a hinge?
It's not. It was just a board. They took some of the boards off of the floor and moved them aside so they could get up.
Oh,
there wasn't actually a trap door. They must have been an old passageway that hasn't been used in a long time.
Okay, so Charles or Cole is going to jump down from the ceiling and try to hit Lacy and get through those boards?
Yeah, he's just diving down towards him, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll allow that, and I'll get up, and I'm going to tap Carver on the shoulder.
Okay. So Carver gets tapped on the shoulder. You can do one more action.
And I just whisper really quietly, syringe.
Yeah, and I handed it to Buddy already, which would have been great, but I handed it to Buddy.
Okay. And then I take a step into the darkness.
Sorry, you don't need to step.
I step
that.
You don't need to step into the darkness. You're completely.
I step away from Carver and Buddy, where the shit from the fan is going to hit.
Oh, drink.
Yeah, the cat's really.
Cat.
Anytime there's a door shut in my house, that cat just goes crazy. I would drink, but it's all over my students' homework.
You sip it out of their homework.
Just wring it out.
Wait, did you?
Just
actually
read the
smells
paper.
like knowledge.
Well, at least it wasn't red wine.
You're talking about it.
All right, Carver.
You're one
So
of
what's happening with Charles? I assume he's trying to fire at me or something.
You don't know yet.
Well, what did he do when the shot rang? Did he like?
He hasn't reacted yet because it's not his turn yet.
All right. Well,
you can defer.
No, I wanted so much more information, but I'm gonna fire at him in his head with the ghost bullet.
Wait, do you have a jack, Harlan?
Yes.
Because I have a queen.
Oh, do you know?
Yes.
On the side of your head that you
Lacy,
can't.
I'm going to say you need to go at the end. Unfortunately, I'm going to say your prepared attack let you go first, but I'm not going to say it lets you go twice first. If you know what I mean.
All right, fine. Yep, I get it.
Okay, go ahead, Carver.
Are you sure though? Because you got an attack of opportunity. I think you should go normally.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I did draw. I did draw the queen. I did attack before we drew.
Go ahead, Lacy.
All right. So,
But I appreciate you giving me the.
well, you can totally bog wash this for me if you want, but
No, you do what you got to do.
Go for it.
No, I'm talking to Marshall now. You can totally bog wash this for me.
Lacy, let's not waste any more time on this. Go ahead.
Can I still see Cole? from where I am in the floor.
Oh, you can. In fact, he looks like he's lunging towards you.
Okay, great. Let's shoot again. Pow pow. Is it a 10 or an 8? Shoot, it is a 10. All right, here we go. Pow pow. 8 and a 4.
So it hits. Let's do damage.
Excellent. What's that, a 6? No.
If it's the same weapon that the Carver uses, it's a 2d6.
Is it
2d6 plus 1.
Plus 1, yeah. So 5.
6 damage.
6.
It passes through his shoulder, right through his trap. You see it go out the other side. He doesn't look phased at all, and he drops towards you.
What? He doesn't look phased at all? It goes through his shoulder?
Yeah.
You do know what we were trying to do with the syringe, right, Alex?
Yes. No.
What?
Get it into him.
All right.
Well,
All right.
obviously, if you have a syringe, you're trying to get into him. But you know what? Bullets stop brains.
No, but the whole thing,
Rocks, paper, brain, and bullet.
it might not be tick related, yeah. But our theory was that he was infected by a tick, and then that we were trying to save the sheriff before you fired at him.
Is that like mid-game?
And try to kill him. All right, my turn now.
So
I will fire 2 ghost bullets because I can attack twice with Justin's upgraded. Let me mute somebody. Hold on one second. I'm going to fire twice at what's his name as he's standing in front of me, straight in the head.
All right, so you actually take a -4 because you're. Oh no, you got Justin's for the.
I have Justin. So I'm going to fire basically 2 fire rounds. So we'll just do 1 at a time.
Yeah, and you got quick draw too.
And that explodes. So 6, 7, 8. And what's the negative to head? -4.
Yes, it is a -4.
Okay, but it will still hit, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe.
Then I'm going.
So I will say we're going to add a 1d6 damage to that.
Okay, now, so here's the shitty part. So I normally do 2d6 plus 1. We're going to add a 1d6 for damage. However,
Plus
I'm also firing with
Ghost Rock.
ghost bullets. Yeah.
Yeah. Now before. Yeah, keep going.
So what do you want to do for ghost rock? I think we did previously a 1d6.
So we'll say another 1d6.
Okay, so we're going to do 4d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Okay. So it connects with his cheek. And boom! You see flesh and muscle hit and splatter against the wall. And you see teeth and blood just dripping down his mouth.
And without waiting, I'm going to reload. I'm going to fire again thanks to Justin's quick, again with the ghost bullet. That gives me 2 ghost bullets left. 1 I put in that bug. 1 I gave to Justin. 1 I've just fired. Oh, I should change my thing, sir. So after I fire this one, that should be, right? Justin the thing. This one now. Yeah, so I'll take off now. So I'll do the same thing. 4, 5. I'm going to use a blue Benny. To add 1d6 to that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's what I wanted. Oh, that's what I wanted. So that's now if I'm adding 1d6.
We got the raise, so you're gonna get 1d6 extra.
Okay. So that's 6. Okay, so yeah, that's the raise. So we're gonna do again 4d6 plus 1. And here we go. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. And again, at his head.
Okay. So again, it connects with his jaw. You see explodes, and you see bone in his jaw is hanging down now, what's left of it, at least. And you see that it's just blood is dripping from this open maw that you've opened up on his face. And he falls to one knee.
Motherfucker should. I just literally fired 2 gold.
He does
bullets.
raise his head towards you.
Ah.
And he's not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh no! It's just a scratch.
All right.
No, different part.
So I believe it's my turn. Cole Ferguson drops down right onto Lacy. Now he doesn't attack immediately. He just falls on him. And he looks like he's viciously about to attack, but he looks like the shot had an effect on him and slowed his motion. but he's ready to attack definitely for next round. Now, Charles, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my bennies right now.
Can you do that on stream? It's not something you should show us, is it?
So I got a black, but I'm going to put it back because I can't use it. It's 2 whites and a red. And Charles stands up and looks at you.
Just remember.
And he looks completely renewed.
18 plus.
He looks as if
beware.
he's paying no mind to what's happened. And all 3 of you, so all 4 of you, including Lewis, feel an attack on them, a fear. Their skin pimples up with goose pimples. What are they called? Goose pimples?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. And everyone needs to do a grit roll at a -2.
So grit was just 1d4 plus. What? So what was grit again? We add it to just the regular 1d4.
1d4. You got it. Yep.
Yes. Well, what are we supposed to be rolling like? Like you obviously can't take grit, can you?
No, you just get benefits to it.
Oh, so it's always 1d4 no matter what.
With whatever bonus you got.
Okay, so I got a 6.
Justin, I'm going to give you a +1 just because, like you said, you've started to become acclimatized to this.
Okay.
All right. And Harlan, you got a 6?
Yep.
Okay.
So
and
+1 to my grit.
Buddy Jax?
I think I got a 4.
A 4. Okay. And Alex, you're successful. So, Buddy,
see, that's a that is a 7 plus.
Buddy, are you in the room with them?
I am in the room.
Okay, Buddy, you feel yourself. You feel as if the mud is still attached to your legs, and all of a sudden the mud is moving and pulling your feet forward as you take a step, and then another step towards the closest part of the barricade and towards the closest spike facing towards you, and you get about 5 feet forward, and you can't control yourself. Let's all draw a new card.
I haven't had my turn yet, though.
Oh yeah, he
Let's
hasn't.
all draw a new card. Okay, yes. Okay, Buddy, unfortunately, you're not in control, so you need to break free in order to be able to move. So it's equivalency of shaken, but you're going to have to use grit to actually get away from it.
A grit? All right.
Yep.
Oh, hello. My name is John.
All right.
I'm a king.
So I can't go.
Buddy, you feel yourself, you can talk, but you can't move aside from this stepping that you're doing slowly towards this thing.
Shoot the fucking kid, Carver.
You know, it's funny. I toyed with it. I said, "Should I shoot the kid?" But I don't. Or did you guys tell me?
No, I never said anything.
Draw your next card, guys.
Oh, we already did.
Okay.
10.
So,
I got a king.
okay, go ahead, Lacey.
Alrighty.
Now, Cole's on top of you, and he's looking like he's about to just take his mud-covered hands and rip your throat out and bite you and do everything he can to kill you.
So, without hesitation, I pull my gun from where I've got it in my hand and put it against his chest and another one against his head and pull both at the same time.
Bang! Okay, unfortunately, when you're in close range like this, it has to go against his parry, but you can try.
Okay, so does that equal shooting and...
you can still use... Actually, it's fighting close range. Nope.
Well,
It is fighting close range. No, it's fighting.
No, it's shooting.
No, it's fighting.
No, come on, it's shooting.
Lacey, it's fighting.
God damn it! All right, fine. So I'm gonna use 2 because I've got 2 guns.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair at least?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You get a -2 to both rolls.
2 6s and 2 8s. All right, here we go. Boom, boom.
Okay, so
Boom!
4, and
Oh come on! I gotta blow his brains out. I gotta explode.
12 minus 2, and 8 exploded. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 minus 2, 14. One. Okay, so as you go to shoot one, he pushes it aside and it shoots into the wall. But you go to shoot with the other and it connects.
Yes, with
Okay.
a major artery.
No, not with a major artery.
Come on.
It doesn't connect with a raise.
All right, fine. Thanks, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm just. You know what? I've had a bit to drink tonight, and I'm gonna continue it.
Keep
And I'm being
going.
a little bit
What's your
milky, all
damage? Let's see. What's your damage before he kills you?
Well, I'm using 2 guns, so that means 2d6 plus 1.
No, you're only connecting with 1 gun, remember?
6 and 7. Oh, no, you're right. So 7.
Okay. But I think you still get 2d6 because I think that's what you get per gun, so I shouldn't have corrected you. 11, 12 damage. So you connect with him, and you can see it's inflicted something, and his side goes limp as he rolls off you.
Excellent.
And he's lying there on the ground beside it.
Get off
you,
me,
Lacy.
you fucking
Okay. Who's got the 10?
possessed freak!
I do. I have the 10.
Okay, go ahead, Carver.
All right, I'm gonna take out the fucking kid. I'm gonna
What?
The kid who's unconscious in the corner?
Ezra. I'm gonna fire past what's his name, and I'm gonna hit the kid right in the head.
What is wrong with you?
But I do it with a bit of hesitancy. So I fire twice at Charles, and he comes back to life, like totally untouched.
Now,
So
okay. I just want to say, I don't know if I should say meta. That's fair. That's exactly role playing. You're absolutely right. Meta, I used 3 bennies for him to come back to life.
Oh.
Hint, hint.
But I don't know if that should change your action.
No, that's fair because you know when we use bennies, so we should know when you use bennies, right?
Right. So it seems like some,
So that does
supernatural ability has, has changed him.
Hint, hint. Maybe he shouldn't.
I'm thinking
die for the
maybe
story,
Ezra
Carver.
still should be the person to kill because he's trying to protect Ezra, and logically Ezra is the powerhouse behind this. I don't know. Now I'm torn. No, I think I'm gonna hit the kid.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it with reservation. So basically, I fire at him twice. He comes back to my eyes, seemingly unharmed. I didn't get to hear why he's doing all this, but I know he wants to protect the kid. So based on my very limited information, with hesitancy, I turn back to see Lacy firing blindly at the thing, and Buddy kind of freaking out. Not freaking out. You're pretty calm, Buddy. And I kind of take a deep breath, knowing that hurting a child is sort of against my own beliefs. Then I fire at the kid lying in bed.
Okay. Shooting.
Yep. Oh, 6, 2. So 6, 7, 8.
You shoot him, and it clearly makes its mark as it goes in the side of his head. Boom. His body hasn't changed, but nobody could survive that shot.
Coup de grace.
Do they react at all?
Oh, you're about to find out. Lewis, your turn.
Lewis sees Carver shoot the kid, and his heart sinks. But he sees the hesitancy in Carver, and he understands what was going on. And he defers and watches for the reaction of the
Good call.
others. He moves his way towards the kid.
Buddy, do you do anything?
Well, I would try to break free of this again, and I'll
Okay,
tell you
go
right
ahead.
now, if I fail it, I'm going to use a white Benny on it.
Okay.
Oh, white
Oh,
defending.
hang on. Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I keep pressing 6 and it's rolling. Hang on a second.
We're going to count one of those 6s.
There we go. So I'll use a Benny now.
Okay. It's the reroll.
then-
one.
Come on, work with me here. There we go.
Oh,
All right. So you feel yourself get pulled as you take another step, and you see that the closest spike is heading straight for your stomach, and you're about to, and then you're able to, just with the fear that you have of the spike penetrating your body, you step back and away from it, and you're back in control.
Now, can I do anything, or is that it?
You can act still.
All right. Then at this point, I will shoot.
Okay.
Now, does that movement count as me moving, or does it count as me not moving?
Doesn't count as you moving.
Okay. Just because I'm also a marksman, so I can get a +2 on the shot.
Because really, if you failed, I was going to have you move even closer. So
Right.
it's all good.
So I'm going to, I'll shoot, what's his jawless guy?
Charles. What's left of him?
Charles.
Poor Charles. I like Charles.
All right, so I got a 9.
All right, so you connect. Damage.
All righty. And right now I've got the Winchester out.
Ooh, it explodes. Oh, sorry. Damage doesn't explode.
Oh, all right then. Just the...
You just add the 1d6 if you ever raise. So 12 damage. You see it connect, and again, he looks like his head slumps down, and he looks like as you connected in his chest, and blood just sips out, and he's just dripping blood. And he doesn't seem to be moving as well as he was. Cole Ferguson screams in agony, Lacy, beside you. And he is going to try to roll over to attack you. But before he does that, he needs to will himself to do so.
Oh, he needs to will himself. Well, I'll give you a lesson in willpower, my friend, I say.
And he rolls over and starts attacking you.
Oh. Well, I guess you didn't need much of a lesson in willpower, did ya?
And what is your parry?
My parry is nothing. What is my parry? 6.
Okay. So he's not able to actually connect. He's fighting with you, and he's trying to claw at you, and he's just about to swipe at you, but you do parry it out of the way, just in time. Okay.
Stop it.
Charles is like down on one knee with blood dripping, and you can see just his eyes, just tears are dripping from his eyes. But there's also something else there, some other strong emotion, and his eyes look furious. But he's not able to move. And we'll draw another card.
4, which I get to draw again.
Oh,
I
no.
deferred.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
Justin deferred, by the way.
Justin, what do you do?
I'm feeling pretty drained right now. And I see Charles trying to muster up the energy to move forward. But it looks like he's staggering. And so I'm going to wait. Actually, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to try to kill this guy.
Don't wait.
I'm going to, but I don't have enough power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my eyes into the back of my head and seek out the spirit of a Manitou to gain some power back.
Okay.
Manitou.
So I'm making a deal with the devil.
Yes, you are.
And essentially, I need 2 power points to do the spell that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to draw 5 plus 1 card.
Yep.
And
Are you looking at the chart right now, or do I need to find it?
I am pulling it up
Okay.
right now. Should be
This
here
is
somewhere.
exciting.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to do this at some point. There we go. So basically, I will read the description. Charge, dealing with devil. I draw 5 cards, and then plus my grit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for grit. And now I'm trying to make a poker hand with it.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
High card.
Okay. What is your high card?
My high card is a jack. But I've also got a joker, which, here, I'll show you my hand.
A second here. Let me figure this out. Okay, so you got a joker and a jack.
So I can use a jack to play any card I want.
A joker, too.
Yeah. So I can get 3 power points
How so? Because you got a pair of jacks?
Because a pair of jacks. Jacks are better. A pair
Yeah.
of jacks are better as 3 power points.
Nice.
So I'm going to actually use that. And
Okay.
yeah, so do you want to, are we role playing this interaction with the Manitou, or how does this play out?
Yeah, please. Okay.
3 points for interaction.
I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. And make
Yep.
sure you do that right.
Everything you do is right, Chris.
Okay, that's good. Is there stuff that you may not know that I do?
So using a Joker might be bad, but I don't think Lewis would.
Okay, so you connect and you feel a presence in you as you go to a different plane and you see yourself there, and there's someone who raises their head and their eyes are red and they look at you, and you sit around a table and he deals you some cards and he pulls the deck himself. He looks down and you put your hand out and you see that you've bested him. He kind of nods at you as if he says, not this time. We'll play again soon. And you feel power surge into you, Justin. And you feel it as you come through. And as you guys look around at Lewis, all of a sudden this green wispy smoke, well, actually you can't see him, but there's a glow coming from a corner of the room.
And suddenly I reappear as my invisibility wears off. And my eyes are jet black. And I thrust my hands forward and cards fly out of my sleeves from every different direction, more than 52, just thousands and thousands of cards fly out and blast into Charles, who's sitting right there.
Good
So-
luck.
Now I need to roll spell to see if that happens. All right, so 11.
Okay, 11 versus what?
That's just to see if it succeeds as a spell.
So it does succeed.
All right. And this is called Soul Blast.
That sounds painful.
And because I'm using 5 points, I can use a maximum of 6. And it does 2d6 per bolt. And I'm firing 3 bolts. But 2 of those bolts I'm upgrading to 3d6.
So 3d6, 6d6, and so we're looking at 8d6.
8d6.
Jesus. Huh? Just decimate the fucking guy.
Oh, lots of ones.
1, 2,
no.
3, 6, 8, 12,
Use this Benny to
13.
reroll.
13 plus 5 is 20. 13 plus 5 is 18.
18. So
18.
that's all I'll use.
Okay, so he looks up at you, Lewis, blood dripping from his mouth, as tears from his eyes, but still rage as he looks towards you. And he kind of, a voice just screams from him as you see the cards penetrate through his body and just rip him apart. And he falls to the ground dead.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And Lewis collapses.
And I run over to Lewis and I catch him as he falls. Lewis, buddy, don't you fade on me.
Oh, shit,
Okay.
I never did that before, Carver.
Jesus Christ, man.
And as you hear that, as you see that happen, you hear a scream as Cole Ferguson climbs out of the hole and runs towards Lewis on the ground and attacks. Okay. Versus your parry, he got a 7.
Well, let's see what my parry is. 4.
Okay.
Did I actually run over to Lewis, or is it because we're still in initiative I didn't go over there?
Okay. So he runs at you, frothing at the mouth, and he jumps towards you. But he's unable to attack you from this distance because he had to climb out of the hole and towards you. Okay, Buddy Jacks. Is it Buddy or is it you, Carver? Buddy.
Queen. I don't know what Buddy
Queen of
does.
Spades goes before Hearts. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I go first. So my question was, did I run over to Lewis, or was that because it wasn't an initiative?
We can say yes. Yes, you can.
Perfect. Then I'm right next to this guy. I'm going to, as I'm looking down to Lewis and I see him running, I'm going to fire at him in the head as he was running.
It's going to be like the scene from like
Evil
Yeah,
Dead, I'm thinking.
Evil Dead.
like, Army of
Yeah.
Darkness. He's like, I'll swallow your soul. And I'm like, swallow this. And I will fire. Oh, I will use a blue to just blue. Oh, white rerolls. I'll
Okay,
use a white to reroll.
sorry. Carver, before you make that decision, because he's within melee distance, it's a fighting roll.
Oh, that's
you
fine.
get it too, bitch. Aha.
My fight's the exact same, so I'm gonna reroll anyway.
Damn it. My shooting was much higher than my fighting.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay.
Can I use a Benny again, or I have to go with that?
No, you can use as many times as you want. Are you still having
I'm gonna
bennies?
use a white, yeah. Well, hopefully this is close to the end. So 6 I'll take.
Total? So you fire at him, and he pushes it out of his way as he runs towards Lewis. Buddy
with a
Jack.
6?
With
That's a hit, though.
His parry is too strong.
Oh, right, fighting. Then never mind. I'll use the blue to add d6.
Okay.
So there we go.
Okay, so 12.
So that's my roll.
Wow.
Hold on a second here.
So
You added 1d6.
if I'm adding 1d6, it's to whatever I'm picking, right?
Wow.
So we're going to talk
Yeah.
about 12, 13.
So 13 then.
His parry's 11. So you beat it, but not with a raise, but enough to land a shot on him.
Perfect. So 2d6 plus 1. Oh, I have 2 more ghost bullets. So one will be. Oh, I have 1 more ghost bullet. Sorry.
Good.
Because I fired 1 at the kid in bed. So
His head exploded.
yeah, I know. 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. So it stops him in his track. Bang! And he yells at you. "Ah!" But he's not it doesn't look like it's done damage, just stopped him in his track as he's looking at you. Seething. Buddy Jack's your turn.
And then I will finish him off.
Buddy Jack, your turn.
You
Yep.
still have the syringe. You can always try that. Just a thought.
Yeah. So I got a 6 on the shot.
So you hit him. Because you're not within melee range.
No.
You should give us blue chip to whoever needs one.
I'll take it.
There's,
'Cause I'm in the pennies. I'll take it.
That's
Thank you, Aisha.
There's a raise on. Oh, no, there isn't. Okay, so
14
8,
damage.
14. Okay. Toughness is 8. 8 is raise 1. So you shoot him. Where do you shoot him, buddy?
Just in the chest.
Okay, as you shoot him in the chest, so one shot from Carver staggers him, but one shot from Buddy puts him down on his knee. He's bleeding out. And he's trying to still push his way towards Lewis, but he's dragging himself at this point with blood on the ground. Draw a card.
2. Reroll.
Damn it.
10.
Oh, wait.
God damn it.
Sorry, I put my card up to the microphone, but that doesn't show as well, apparently.
All right.
You can hear it really good, though. Listen to my king.
Okay, so he tries, and he's able to. He seems to be recuperating a little bit.
Recuperating? He's like
a little bit. He looks like he's
forward?
trying to what's it called? Not recamp.
regroup.
Regroup. He's like
Rally.
regrouping. He's getting ready. Yeah, rally. Thank you. Okay, next is I believe Justin. Is that a queen or is that a
I
9?
think Harlan got 10. It's a 9.
Okay, so Harlan.
10. So I will fire him again. Am I still in melee range though?
Yes, because he hasn't.
Can I?
We'll say he's staggered. No, I think if you take a step back, you're good to go.
Perfect. I'll take a half step back and I will fire with a 12. Thank gosh. So that's 16.
All right. So, Buddy Jacks, let's do damage. Add a d6 to your damage. Are you
Buddy
out of
Jack.
bullets though, Carver?
I am. Oh, that's right. So they're just regular bullets.
Don't you have to reload?
I have a speed reload cylinder, so I can reload one weapon on my action, ignoring the usual -2 to shooting rolls.
Okay, so describe that. What happens?
So because I have a speed rolled cylinder, last time before this, I realized my gun is empty, and very quickly, I don't have one, but
You
I
drop
just
the whole cylinder out.
Yeah, I just kind of, and it's done. It's ready to go again.
Yeah.
And as I do, I cock it and I aim one more time at Cole's head.
Okay, let's see the damage before we describe it.
Okay. just in case. Now that's how many raises is that though? Because it's 16.
One raise, so you get added. It's only
That's
one extra
one raise?
d6. You only get one extra d6 for damage. It doesn't keep stacking with
Oh,
raises.
no matter how many times I've raised?
No, it doesn't matter. You only get one extra d6. That's the only rule with
Which
raises.
is good when it's against us.
Yeah, 6. Oh, this explodes though.
Yep.
Oh no, does damage explode? Yeah. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Okay, so he's trying to rally. Buddy puts him down, and he looks like he's trying to regroup cover. You walk up to him, reloading as you do, and you finish him.
And I look down at him and I say, sorry, Cole. I know this wasn't you. And I fire at him in his head as the brain just splatters on the wood.
And Lacy, as you are coming out of the hole to see what's going on, you see Cole Ferguson turn, look at you, this man that you viewed as a father figure, and yet you had no problem shooting at, but he viewed as his father figure. Smoke rises out of his mouth. He looks at you and it falls to the ground.
Suddenly,
And you hear a train whistle,
there's
loud, as the
moment.
windows shake.
There's this moment in myself where I see him die, and I see the smoke come out of his mouth, and I reflect. That's it. And then I hear the train whistle, and I think to myself, well, wow, we've got to get on that train. Well, not on the train, but we've got to get onto that train. You know, what's that situation?
I hope that there ain't no more bad guys on that train.
So I want to walk over to where Ezra died
Mm-hmm.
and sort of just take a look at the body.
As you walk over, you see that this isn't an ordinary kid. His body is an ordinary body, but you look around the room, that was a very humble wooden structure that you're in now. But on the side of the wall, there's this elaborate chemistry set that's all set up. Some of the glasses have been broken, but it's elaborate, like nothing you've ever seen before. Nothing that even Holton would be able to understand. There was more to this kid than met the eye.
I don't know, boys. I don't know if this was the right thing to do, but it's done. And I turn back to Lewis, kind of looking for some sort of consolidation.
Yeah, Carver, it wasn't easy, but we did what we had to do. And I guess we'll never know if it was the right thing, but we're still alive. And we were protecting the people of Halton, so we can keep doing that.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here then.
And the door slams open as a man walks in wearing the red garb that you've seen before on Father Barrow. And he looks at you and goes,
Oakland?
"It is as I feared, and it is Oakland. I should never have trusted him with Father Barrow." And he looks tragically towards Ezra and towards the chemistry, and he says, "There was such potential here. I had such faith in this boy that he would do great things. I was helping him along the way, and Father Barrow had one job, but clearly he did not have faith."
Father Barrow did not have faith?
And he goes and picks up the boy, ignoring you guys almost. And he goes to walk out with it. And as you do, as he walks by you, Lacy, you notice that he has a chain around his neck. One that you recognize.
What do I recognize about it?
I don't know. You recognize a chain around an old man's neck. And he walks away from you. And he says, "Men, I know you did what you could here. I hope you were trying to save Ezra. I heard what happened to Cole Ferguson as he looks at the sheriff dead on the floor. I heard he lost his mind, and he probably is responsible for this." He looks at you as if giving you a way out.
No,
There's no way out of this.
we didn't. I didn't try to save Ezra. I shot the boy.
Why would you do that?
Fear, I suppose. I didn't quite understand what he was. We didn't know enough about what was going on, and all we knew was crazy lunatic was trying to protect him something fierce, as if he was powerful.
You killed Ezra, this genius, innocent boy.
I did. Not proud of it.
Well,
Wasn't
sir, it was
intentional.
war. And in war, you got to make split decisions. And he made the best decision he could with the information he had at the time. Was it a mistake? Maybe. But are we here today? And is the town safe? Yes, sir, it sure is.
And he says,
Or so we believe.
I have to go to the mine to find something. May the spirits pity your souls. And he walks out, and as he does, for a moment there, you think that's the end of it. But a torch lands in the room from one window, and then another from another. As smoke starts to fill the room, you cough and try for the door, but you feel it barricaded.
Jump
you
down
see
the hole.
bodies outside the room. And you jump down the hole, and you try to escape. But as you get to the other side of the hole, there are people waiting there for you. Men in the same garbs you saw the bandits waiting for you.
I
And
knew
we're
I should
gonna
have
end
shot
it there.
that bastard.
We're going to end it right there.
Freeze frame firefight. We're fighting our way out of here. And that's the end. Thank you so much for being with us here.
That's the end.
That was the end of Deadlands Game 1 Part 10. Thank you so much for being with us here on this crazy adventure. It's so fun hanging out with you guys, chatting, playing games, all that kind of really fun shit. This has been a fantastic, fantastic campaign. Thank you to Chris.
You're welcome.
Our
Thank you, guys.
wonderful, tireless GM for working so hard on this and making all the pieces fit together. Thank you to the players down here, Buddy Jacks, Mr. Lacy P. Adams, Louis Viseau, and of course Carver. We have such a blast entertaining you guys for all this kind of stuff. But it's not over, because we still have a bit of time left. And what we want to do right for you now is a two-parter. I'm going to post right now the mid-game post while we take a short break and start the next video. The next video is going to be the questions. What was it all about? What was the story that I didn't get to find out? Who is the bad guy? Why did they do what they did? All of these questions and more. Questions you have for Chris about his GMing style or the game. Questions you have for the players. Questions you have for the community in the future. And a little bit about Dragon Age and all that kind of stuff. Is going to be coming right after. The mid-game post, I'm going to post it right now. The first, second, and third comment are each going to get 2 XP, and the 20th comment is going to get 2 XP as well. And the phrase we're going to post for is that what we're going with, buddy?
How about just shoot the kid?
Shoot the kid.
All right.
So the first,
Or
second, and
shoot the
third
fucking
people to type shoot the kid win 2 XP each.
Or Deadlands. Or
And I'm also we're gonna go to shoot the kid. Oh, actually, maybe Deadlands would be a bit more set because it is the finale. You know what? I'm gonna side with Lacy on this. Let's go just Deadlands because this was such a fantastic campaign and it's a good way to end it all. That's right. And I want to stress that we're going to be right back. If you have questions for anyone on the stream, go ahead to the event that we've created and post. If someone can go ahead and post the event for us. If Aisha, can you link to where to ask questions on the event page? That would be awesome. Because otherwise, we're not going to be able to find it. Or someone can. I am trying to find the link to our next video right now. Give me 2 seconds. Chris, do you have anything to say as we're ending?
Yeah, you guys did a lot of cool things. You took a place I didn't expect. There's a lot of questions that aren't answered, so I expect some really good questions from the community. We'll see what I answer. Like I said before, I will answer anything. It might not be the answer you're looking for because I don't know how much I want to give away. There could be more to this Deadlands. I'm not sure. We could come back and find out some more answers sometime.
That's right. So, but you better give me the answers that I need.
Oh yeah,
which are like, you know, the important, sexy stuff.
All right. Well, I'll give those to you then. Just all the sexy answers.
So in 5 minutes, we're going to come back. You guys have fun at the mid-game post. We're going to read off the winners when we come back to our post-game discussion. The link is also in the mid-game post description. We will see you. Oh, sorry. No. Thank you so much for being with us. One last round of applause for Chris. Thank you all for being with us. And as Chris always likes to say,
we'll see you around the table.
We'll see you around the table, guys.